Austin, who's always late, and our special guest is also late. So
Yeah, I think it's because we're starting at a little bit of a later time. So I think some people are getting adjusted to that. So we're waiting on LadyBossNat and Austin. Enrique, how are you doing? I haven't talked with you in two weeks.
yeah, it's been way too long, man. I think
Yeah,
with you being in Dubai, it was kind of hard to keep up, and
yeah.
I just been crazy busy to begin with, and then you being gone. So yeah, you still haven't told me all about your trip. So what are the highlights from your trip, man? Since you went to Dubai and did that whole Project 79 thing, and went to a
Man,
conference too, right?
yeah, I went to the World Blockchain Summit where I got to see a bunch of cool stuff, a bunch of cool projects, and I got to meet some interesting people. Like Brian Legend from Seifu, I got to meet him in person, and I got a
Well, hold
picture.
on. What's he like? What's he like in person?
Well, he was very friendly, so I know he's a contentious character, but he was super friendly. He's always been nice to me online and stuff, and he was just as friendly to me in person. He's a funny guy, but they got kicked out shortly afterwards because people had been calling the Dubai police saying Seifu is a scam, Brian Legend's a scammer. So many, like, I don't know what happened, but a bunch of people called the police, and then the police called the hotel and the conference is like, look, we don't mess around with the police here. You know, it's Dubai. The police are intense. So they're just like, you got to go. And Seifu is a platinum sponsor, same level sponsor as Presend. So like they were one of the top level sponsors. They paid like really a lot of money for that position. So Brian
Wow.
was obviously really upset at that. And so right before he left, me and Drew Wolfer talked with him. Interesting watching Drew Wolfer and Brian talk. And then I got Drew Wolfer to take a picture of me and Brian next to each other. He's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah, I
And
saw the picture.
I'm like 5'5". So it's like it was really funny. But then they left. And I guess the World Blockchain Summit made a concession with him since he was a sponsor. And he's going to be then a platinum sponsor in Bangkok, Thailand, I think, in like a month or two at the World Blockchain Summit event there. So that's kind of the concession because I think Dubai and the UAE, they can be a little strict with the authorities and everything like that. So they don't mess around. They're just like, look, we don't want any trouble with this. You got to go. You guys can go to the Thailand one and have the same sponsorship level and everything like that. So that was that was kind of crazy. That was like my first. I walk right into that when I go to the conference, and then I was hanging out with Drew Wolfer, and I was like, he asked me to be his cameraman because there is some issues. So I was like, yeah, man, no problem. So I like recorded his presentation with his his camera, and dude, he killed it. Drew Wolfer knocked it out of the park with his Presend presentation. One of the best presentations I've ever seen, especially in crypto. The people who, the other people who were presenting there, I feel so bad for him because Drew Wolfer was like on the ball, high energy, fun to watch, newest stuff, well rehearsed, and just killed it. Hey, Serenity, thanks, man. And yeah, so Drew killed it. It was really exciting to watch. And the guy who had to follow him, I felt so bad for them because he was like low energy and just like, and like Drew was up there like just killing it, man. So anyway, that was awesome to see. And then I got to meet like Hash from Spring Game.
Oh
She's a
yeah, Hash.
super nice person. She's a sweetheart. So I got to hang out with her most of the week as well. And same with Jason from Warfi. He's a super cool dude. Really nice guy. He actually let me crash on his hotel room couch because I pushed my flight out an extra day and a half. So I like after the Project 79 team and everybody left, I wanted to explore Dubai without, because we were doing work stuff basically the whole time we were there, and I didn't really get a good chance to just explore Dubai and walk around and stuff like that. So I was able to change my flight out like 2 days, but I didn't want to pay for like a hotel room because everything there's super expensive. And Jason was from
Yeah, that
Warfi,
saved
was
you
going to
like
be
that
there.
saved you like at least $1,000, right?
Dude, something like that. It was crazy. So Jason was there for another 2 days. I'm like, bro, can I crash on your couch? He's like, yeah, man, come on. So I crashed at his hotel room. He was super friendly and just like inviting. And we walked around the marina and we got these tattoos. I got YaBonks YouTube. It's a fake tattoo, everybody.
Well, yeah, figured that.
Sorry to burst the bubble. And he got a tattoo of his girl's name on his leg, and we had a fun night, just like exploring, walking around. And Dubai is cool, but I wouldn't want to live there. It's too expensive, too big, too busy, too artificial. But it's a really cool place to visit. It's like a work of art to see. So that was my Dubai trip. And then of course, Project 79 team, the Hydro Whales guys, they're all really, really nice guys, super awesome. They answered all of our questions. They took us around to the gold stuff. And I'm working on a full review for that. And before I'm not going to spoil that video because there's a lot of stuff under NDA that I have to run by them with the video I'm making to make sure I don't screw myself with an NDA that I'm under. So let's just say that went well. I don't have anything in Project 79, by the way. I have $0 in it. I'm not pushing my affiliate link at all. It's not even out there. So I have zero bias other than they brought me out there and covered the flight and the hotel room. And then I basically worked for free for a whole week learning all this stuff about
I didn't know that. I just assumed they paid you for all that.
No. They covered the business expenses, like I said, the flight and the hotel rooms and stuff. But other than that, there was an opportunity cost, right? I could have been working that whole time and making money. So I kind of actually, but I thought it was such a cool opportunity. I've never left the country. So I'm like,
yeah,
dude, I got to do this. I want to go to a crypto conference. So I got to do all that. And then I'm going to, since, they covered the flight and the hotel room and all that stuff, I'm going to make a video detailing the whole thing. And I'm actually doing some follow-up research on what I learned there. I'm going to make some phone calls, global phone calls to some different agencies and stuff, kind of verify some of the things that I saw, in contracts and documents and the businesses that they work with that I met. And I want to verify some stuff now that I'm home in my office. I'm working on fleshing out some of that information to verify it even more as best as I can. I'm not a lawyer, right? I'm not, I'm not a forensic accountant or an auditor or anything like that. I'm just a YouTuber that people know. So, but I still want to do a good job trying to do some due diligence for myself, because I'm trying to decide if I want to get into Project 79. And I'm the only one who is there who's not in it yet and doesn't have an affiliate link. I have one. I've just never put it out there. So I have as little bias as possible on this project. So that's I think the value that I can add here to this situation. James Pelton, he's huge, major influencer, right? He adds so much value just being him. Max Cashflow, he's got the whole German community, crypto community, and all the YouTubers, and he's got a huge mailing list, business, and everything. He's a huge influencer. And then Drew Wolfer, he's Drew Wolfer, and he's got Wolfer Finance and all those that are kind of linked in with, Presend and Hydro Whales. They're all kind of friends at this point. But then there's me. I'm a small timer. I'm not a whale yet. I'm still using the secret. So I am so happy and grateful now that I am a whale. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I'm a small timer, right? That $1,000 minimum sacrifice amount, it's a lot. For me and my DeFi portfolio size. So I really have to think hard before I put $1,000 into this thing.
Well, let me ask you this, because it seems like everyone, whether it's so far, Serenity kind of mentioned it right now, Sarah, Nate, and they both had several comments about it. They're asking about it. So you mentioned some big influencers that are covering the project, but with a lot of the projects that kind of went downhill in the last few weeks, right? I think there was 3 big ones. They all had big influencers, huge influencers. No disrespect towards Freeway had the martini guy.
You froze there for a second. You said,
okay. I was wondering if you were the one that froze. Okay,
you froze. Said okay. something big influencers.
Okay,
froze.
So okay, yeah. So you mentioned they have some big influencers, and a lot of the projects that just went downhill, whether it's Platform, Freeway, or the other 2 that recently had issues, they have huge influencers. And yes, James Pelton is a big influencer, but they had really big influencers. I mean, Freeway had the martini guy. I mean, he's one of the bigger names in all of crypto. And so I feel like that doesn't make it safe. It helps it helps it grow at first, but it doesn't really give it sustainability. So I guess one of the questions that I think, because, Nate just brought up a great answer. It seems safer than yield notes. Well, what is safe these days with these projects? Like, I don't understand what safe is or what isn't. At the end of the day, if they're not bringing in new liquidity, how are they going to remain safe? So I think that's one of my concerns right now with all projects, right? And why I haven't done a single promo video in like almost a month, I think. It's because I'm saying no to everyone, because I'm just like, well, how can you deal with the big elephant in the room, which is bringing in new liquidity? So like a project like this one, Project 79, what is their answer to how they're going to deal with those kinds of issues?
So the thing is, they don't have a token or any kind. They don't have a fungible token, and they don't have a non-fungible token. They have a sacrifice system where it's just a smart contract that and their internal business processes to manage how much you've sacrificed, and then based on that, that you get some rewards from their gold supply chain dealing. So they're basically taking they're taking the money from the sacrifice and using that capital to fund gold shipments from these ICGLR approved mines in multiple countries, and then transporting them to a very, very complicated supply chain with a process that's pretty wild. So I met like one of the main dudes who is with the third party company that supplies the gold. He gets it from the mines, and has like this the most wild network that would take you like decades to build up. He knows government officials in all these countries and stuff. Like he's the dude. He's basically Leonardo DiCaprio from Blood Diamond, except
okay.
This is all ICGLR approved. So technically it is verifiably auditable back through the supply chain to come from a mine that's been certified yearly as not a blood gold mine, no slave labor, no child labor, that kind of thing. Obviously, I'm not saying anything definitively, because I'm sure that people in that business know ways around that stuff. So I don't want to like say, oh, it's a 100% anything. But what they showed us was that they had contracts, and the buyers that end up getting the gold at the end, they're in Dubai, which is very strictly regulated with the gold industry. So everything that gold buyer, it's a gold bullion dealer, small time refinery that then sells it to other dealers, refineries, and jewelers. They only buy stuff that's approved through that ICGLR system. So like that's they can only buy it if you have a contract and verifiable, auditable supply chain, and their computerized systems and everything that like verify that this gold originated with this authentication, this authorization that it's what they say it is. So with all that being said, it was a crazy business model. What's up, Austin?
What's going on,
guys?
Austin?
Hey. So yeah, it was a wild process to walk through, and it would be a very difficult business model to copy. Now, the point that I was trying to make is there's no token, no NFT. Basically, you put $1,000 in, and then every month you get between 4 to 7%, whatever that top layer of profits is off their gold shipment deals. So if they move that gold shipment through and they get X amount of profit on it, they are allocating 4 to 7% of that profit to the people who have sacrificed, to put up capital to fund additional shipments and bigger shipment sizes. So there's like, and after 6 months, your stake or your sacrifice unlocks. You can actually withdraw your initial capital as long as you're not compounding back into it. Because every time you compound, I think it relocks up for another 6 months, or at least the stuff that you're restaking it. So I think you actually can get your initial back out after 6 months. Even if you compound, I think just the stuff that you compounded, that 6% say next month you compound it, that like 6% will be locked for another 6 months, but your initial will still be able to be taken out in 6 months from when you started. Anyway, I'm not trying to get into the details of all that stuff.
Yeah. We'll wait for your video.
Yeah. So that's where the money's coming from. And it's not guaranteed. It's like, if for some reason the business model falls apart and they didn't generate a profit that month, then that's too bad, so sad, right? They're not making any guarantees of any of that. So
we don't have a guaranteed profit.
No guarantees. So that's where it's like, that's not like yield nodes where they were buying Austin, what were we saying? They're buying like shit coins, their own shit coins and nodes.
Hey, you said that, not me, bro.
Look, I don't know much about yield nodes. I stayed out of it. Something about it was weird.
They were buying tokens that were failing, injecting, money into it. Let's just call it how it is, pumping it up, using that money to, master node and pay people back returns. So, what's the definition of that, right? You can kind of formulate that.
Yeah. So I stayed away from that. I got lucky, I guess. But like you were saying, Enrique, they had really big YouTubers like the Martini guy and James, and I think, was it Chris McCauley and them? They all went out there. They put on the whole rigmarole, song and dance, showed them all this stuff. Now, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say this, but like James, like, dude, I saw millions and millions of dollars of Bitcoin that they said was their collateral. And then it's just like, poof. It was just like, after they left, like all of a sudden, like a month or two later, the yield node guys are like, oh, it's all gone. Sorry. And like, James, like, dude, where did all that Bitcoin go that you showed me?
Like the South Park episode.
Yeah. And it's gone. It's like, why didn't they just keep that Bitcoin in Bitcoin? The price is still around $20,000, right? It would still be there. So something was going on. And then the interesting thing was Steve from Yield Nodes came to Dubai while we were there. And I didn't go to this meeting because I had another meeting to go to, and I'm not in Yield Nodes. So I'm like, you guys you have so much money in this, you guys. Like James Felton had like $200,000 of his own money in it, right? He was hurting. He was pissed about this, right? He's like mad. And even though he's like a teddy bear of a person, right? Super, super sweet, nice dude, for real. And so James, Drew, because Drew, Wolfer Finance had some yield nodes in their treasury assets. And then Hydro Whales had some yield nodes exposure. They were all super pissed too. So the Steve and Erst or whatever from Yield Nodes came to Dubai, and they all had a big meeting, and I wasn't part of it. And Max Cashflow had a ton of money in it. He was pissed too. They all met and they basically like, where's the money, you guys? What happened? And you can watch James's videos and stuff and get the details on all that. But from my perspective, that's what happened. And so Project 79 is a little different from that, where they actually have like a legit business model, basically moving commodities, buying low, selling high. And, they buy it at the source, go through a very complicated supply chain, insure it, so it makes sure it gets there. And then they sell it to the end buyer in Dubai, all supposedly verified as ICGLR, verified, not blood gold or whatever. And so that's the business model. With that all being said, like at the end of my review, I still got some other details I want to hammer out now that I'm home. Can make some calls and do some really deep digging on the internet for some of the details that I learned about under the NDA, just to do a little more due diligence. And then at the end of it, when I publish my review, hopefully in the next couple of days, while the sacrifice window is still open till November 4th, then I'll be like, I'm either going to buy or I'm not going to buy, right? Personally, am I going to put that $1,000 minimum, which is a big deal to me, into Project 79? If I do, I'll let you guys know at the end of that video. So there you go. That's my spiel on what happened in Dubai with Project 79. So yeah.
Very cool. So Austin, you joined us late, man. What have you've been up to quite a bit. You've had a busy afternoon. What's going on?
Bro, I have had a busy month. Let's just say it. Dude, it's been great, man. So for everybody watching, hold on, I'm gonna put it up here. I didn't even boom. So Node Runner launched. We didn't really do a lot of marketing. We didn't do, a lot of we kind of kept it like I'd say half low key. But we're not a Ponzi project. Speaking of, yield nodes. So all Node Runner is we literally just launched today. We've been, I would say, pushing it out for about a month now, working on it for about 2 months. And it's exactly what's in the name. We are a fractionalized node thing. And you're going to be like, well, isn't Drew Wolfer doing that? Isn't Hydra Wells, Ace Miners, aren't they all doing fractionalized? Well, what's different from us, okay, first and foremost, is we are a private opportunity. This isn't open to the public. You have to be a part of the Cardinal crew in the Cardinal House. So that's what Pocket Aces was referring to down there. He said, I almost own part of a DAG node, is because, yes, we are first starting out building a foundation in DAG Constellation, where I've been telling everybody how bullish I am on Constellation. So we're getting a Constellation node. Another thing that makes us different is we only 20 grand. We're literally over it already. Like, it's freaking crazy. Like within a little over an hour, I think we're almost fully minted. Like,
yeah,
it's nuts.
I was there. I snagged one, and I was going as fast as I could. And
get one?
I was like,
nice.
I was literally there in real time as it was happening. And by the time I snagged one, over 100 of them had already been minted. I was like, oh man. So what's that? What are they going for? 200 of them?
Yeah. So it's 200 NFTs, $100 a piece, 20K. So literally just enough for one DAG node, because we're starting small. We're not starting out with hundreds of thousands of dollars, because we want to show people that we can actually do this first, and give distributions before we even start playing with hundreds of thousands of dollars. And also, it also gives people the benefit of, if I just now heard of, say, Presend or Wolfer Finance or Hydra Wells, if I just heard about that, but I'm like, wow, that's an amazing project, which they all are. I would have to buy at a premium because they've all been minted out. So I would have to go to the secondary market and pay, Jesus Christ, all of these NFTs are super, super expensive. And that would cut into my ROI, because when they did their mint, say, and I'm not saying they promised any returns. I don't think any of them did. But say, let's just, for hypothetical, Hydra Wells is going to be giving a 10% APY. I don't know. I don't know what even if they marketed that, but you would have to now get double the price just of mint launch just to realize that percentage. So that would eat into your ROI, versus where we're doing this slow scaling process. You're still going to get the same projection that something like a node validator, which is around 9 to 10% APY at current prices. Go look at the chart and you can see why that's going to be crazy in a bull market. But you can see that at current prices, we're getting roughly that APY, and you'll be able to get that as we scale. So if, the token goes back up, which if we're all bullish on Constellation, it will, you'll get definitely more. And then as we scale, so say in phase 2, we mint 2 DAG nodes, which is 40 grand. So every one NFT represents that fractionalized of those 2 DAG nodes. Well, now you're getting 9 to 10% APY on whatever that first phase of NFTs are. Plus, now you're going to be getting another 8 to 10 to 9, 8, 9, 10% APY on DAG, if it's still DAG that we choose to do, because we're going to be going to all kinds of different validators on the next round. Okay, so you don't have to sacrifice your ROI by getting in very late on a secondary market. So
interesting.
That's really what Node Runner is about.
Can I ask you something? Something I was confused about is with the reward claiming process. So in the documentation, it said you go to the website and you claim, and your rewards will be there in Matic on the Polygon network. So when the DAG node rewards are collected by the node wallet, they'll take it, they'll bridge it over to Polygon, they'll sell the DAG for Matic, and then they'll distribute that to the claiming contract for all of us to then go in and manually claim in Matic. So that DAG, you're not actually going to be stacking up DAG. It's going to be sold in like almost real time to Matic. So then you're not actually like stacking up a bag of DAG with these NFTs, but you're getting exposure to whatever wherever it is currently. Like so, like it'll be rewarding DAG right now, selling it to Matic. You claim the Matic, but in 6 months, say DAG's 2x in price, it would be yielding that DAG, selling it at 2x that price for Matic, and then giving you that Matic, right?
Right. And
okay.
Right. And that's, and there's two main benefits of why we're starting now versus, because the main reason why we can't give a DAG, which we would love to right out of the gate, is it's not EVM compatible. So we can't just simply airdrop you DAG like we could BNB, Matic, whatever. So if there's two situations here where we will be able to in the future. One, they fix that and it does become EVM compatible, or some way that we can airdrop you DAG or wrapped DAG or something like that. Or we have a potential, we can't say anything. That's why we haven't promised it. We have a potential really cool partnership with, I don't even know if they want us to give their name. I don't know. I'm just not going to say it here, but we have a potential partnership where this probably is going to fix the issue very, very soon, if not later. And that's going to be literally amazing. But you know, that's the two, we want to get ahead of this now. So the Matic thing, I foresee being a very temporary thing, but we're all bullish on Matic anyways. And we're not telling you can't take your Matic distributions and then go open your own Stargazer wallet to then buy DAG, because the main problem of why we can't do that is, if I love giving Kadena hashing as an example of, if you get into Kadena hashing, which is another revenue share NFT project, you have to get a Kadena wallet and then they airdrop you the Kadena when those miners mint the Kadena. That's great. But for us, where we're private, we're not public, you have to have a Cardinal Crew membership, and that Cardinal Crew membership is tied to the address that you mint the NFTs for. So you can kind of see how this will be a logistical nightmare. If you get a Stargazer wallet, we have to cross-reference your Stargazer wallet to your MetaMask wallet that is holding the NFT, and then making sure that wallet is connected to your Cardinal Crew. It would be crazy. We don't want to play with people's money. We're going to make it Matic until we get that EVM compatibility issue solved, which will be, I don't think it'll never not be solved. It'll be solved in the future. So yeah, that's where
do you think they'll ever airdrop the Matic automatically to your wallet rather than having to manually remember to go claim it?
That maybe could be a thing in the future, but the thing is we want to give the people the ability to, if you just want to set it and forget it, you can go and claim your Matic whenever you want. But the other thing is, in the future down the road, we're going to give possibly the ability to compound instead of maybe claiming 1 month. So if everybody wants to, instead of just, claiming or getting airdrop, maybe they're like, okay, this has been running flawlessly. This is awesome. I don't need the money right now. Let's just go and compound like a lot of projects do. We're going to just compound it instead of claiming it. Obviously, it's going to be a vote for all the NFT holders, and then boom, we'll just leave it there on the dApp. So, I mean, yeah, it could be, but we want it to, we think probably the claim/compound feature will probably be better long-term.
Okay. That makes sense.
And, scams, right? We could, if we get super popular, we could have scammers down the road say, hey, check your airdrop. It's Matic or something stupid, right? It's like Cardinal airdrop token. It's, people could possibly get scammed for airdrops and all that. So we don't want to deal with that.
Hey, so you mentioned Constellation. I want to show something kind of crazy real quick. You're going to love this. It's pretty good for DAG. Let's see. I'm trying to share my screen. All right. So real quick, we'll look at Constellation. All right. So that is basically on the 1 day chart. Look what that looks exactly. And I do mean exactly like.
Oh my God.
It's to a T. Like, I am kind of blown away. Like, it is just, I mean, like, it is literally the exact same chart. Like, there's really nothing different about it. And so what, and, that's just insane. So
yeah,
you know what's even crazier about that, Enrique?
Yeah.
So you said that's the 1 day. Compare that to literally 9 of what their chart looks like.
Yeah, that's true.
Put it up against a lot of layer ones. You'll see it's not that sideways. Yeah, it's down, but it's not that sideways.
Yeah. No, it's that's pretty good. I mean, that shows that it's pretty much done. Hopefully that means that we're done with this bear market. So pretty soon. I mean, this is near. That's a layer one. Yeah, looks very similar, but it looks actually Constellations looks like a little bit more like finalized. So yeah, that's really good to see. So I thought you guys would find that kind of interesting. So yeah, good signs for DAG, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be great. Dude, where's Nat at? I thought she was coming on.
I don't know. I've messaged her on all different platforms, and
She was in the launch party.
yeah, no response. So I think maybe she got cold feet on getting on on camera
My heart, man.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, her last message, she said she was really excited, she was ready, and yeah, maybe something came up. Hopefully she's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she got cold feet though. It's completely possible.
Let's say she got cold feet, so she feels like she has to come on.
Exactly.
Yeah. She got cold feet. That's what happened.
She heard Austin was coming in after all, and got scared.
Oh man, bro, how have you all been trading wise? Because I'm telling you, I'm learning from my buddy. Shout out to Cyril. Cyril, he's an amazing guy. He's the founder of Apparently
You hung out with them,
and
right?
Only Burns. Yeah, we did a meetup just last weekend. Dude, this guy is, bro, he taught me, and it's so simple too, by the way. It's not anything crazy. Dude, I've been loving it. I've been loving trading.
He's super smart, dude.
Dude's
I've seen some of his like trading and stuff, and people have told me like some of his like how he's been performing the past year. It's insane. It's like Enrique. Like the numbers you guys tell me.
Dude, both of y'all are really good traders.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's been amazing 2 months. It's been really good. Yeah,
Hey.
everyone thinks we scared Nat, by the way.
Yeah, probably.
No, Cam cracked me up. He said she's probably still trying to swap USD on Rubik. Cam said it took him an hour to go from MDB to USDC to mint Node Runner NFTs.
An hour.
Which again, bro, I'm telling y'all, I'm not trying to hype this up. This partnership we have potentially will solve all of that. Like, dude, I'm so pumped. Dude, Cardinal House, we're doing some pretty crazy things.
That's fantastic. We need it. The space needs it, so all good. So yeah.
And LadyBossNat, didn't she just join the team over there?
Yeah, she's an official. I'm not like a head
moderator
or anything, but yeah, she's like a head community manager or something.
Yeah. Where is she? What is happening right now?
I know she's everywhere. It's at the time she's gonna come on.
And I would
call her on everyone in every project.
I would call her on my cell phone. I actually have her cell phone number. However, I forgot to use cryptorefills.com to top up my prepaid plan. So I don't have phone service currently.
Dude, is that not the best thing in this entire world? Like crypto refills, bro.
Oh my God. I love it.
What is it? I've never heard of it.
Stop. Really?
No clue.
You can live your life, Enrique, with crypto through cryptorefills.com. This isn't sponsored. We sound like salesmen right now, but we're really not. Just go look it up. You can buy any gift card your brain thinks of almost. You can go on vacation with gift cards. You can get a flight. You can get groceries, Amazon. Oh my gosh.
I do
all my girlfriend.
All my groceries, all the food for my family and the animals basically here, all the stuff we buy in Amazon, just like boom, $500 Amazon gift card, boom, like it's crazy. So
really,
you got BUSD or something or whatever, you just connect your wallet, boom, you got that gift card. The fees lately have been like 1 penny. So for a $500 Amazon gift card, it's been like $500.01 in BUSD. Yo, what's up, Austin?
Amazing.
Lame Hillbilly, the other Austin.
Oh,
yeah.
Yo, Lame Hillbilly has a great project coming out.
Yeah.
It's not coming out. It is out, right?
It's out. Right?
I've actually got one of them for myself. One of the Walrus Anglers Club NFTs. I like the $100 price point. So like, that's why I like the Cardinal House one. Like that's within my range. I can justify that. Like, boom, I got one of those. Boom, got one of the Walrus ones. I'm actually, my next giveaway contest is a Walrus Anglers Club NFT that Lame Hillbilly hooked me up with. So today I am picking the winner, by the way, of the pre-send NFT giveaway that I've been running for like 2.5 weeks. Because I was in Dubai and that was just like out there. So at the end of this thing, maybe in like 20, 30 minutes, I'll pick the winner of the pre-send NFT giveaway, and then I'll announce the Walrus Anglers Club NFT giveaway.
How much is a walrus?
$100.
12 of them.
So there are 4 minting phases. Mint phase 1 is like what, 2,500 NFTs, and they're each $100. Phase 2, though, they're $125 for the next 2,500. Then they're $150, and then like $200 or $175 or $200 for the last minting. However, if you buy one of the initial mints right now for $100, you actually get the $100 price for each phase of minting. So since I got one at $100 for phase 1, that means phase 2, 3, and 4, I can buy them at $100 every time, even though other people will be paying $125, $150, $175, or $200 or whatever. So yeah, I want to have one of each. Like I want to have one of each of these mining exposure NFTs, because then it's like diversification. If one of these projects falters or something, then I'll have other ones still going. Instead of going all in super hard on one of them. Yeah, great hash rate for NFT. Yeah, I agree.
We can have Lame Hillbilly with Frozen Walrus and freaking partnering here with Node Runner, bro. Perfect diversification. You got Kadena, you get exposure to Kadena,
Ace
get
Miners,
exposure to DAG, bro. Ace Miners.
Yeah,
Cyril's in the chat. What's up, Cyril? Cyril's the guy I was talking about.
Yeah,
the master trader. That's his YouTube channel as well. He has if y'all go to Cyril's YouTube channel, he has really good videos of literally what he taught me. So if you want to understand what it's all free. You don't have to pay for it or anything.
All right. And to the 19 watching right now, if you haven't, those that are subscribed to me, definitely subscribe to Austin and YaBonks and all the way around. And thanks for watching, guys. And yeah, go check out Cyril as well. So Frozen Walrus, are they all minted? They're all sold out or not yet?
Good question. I haven't checked since I got back from Dubai. I've been,
because I remember Brando was thinking that if it didn't sell out, he was going to make it sell out. I remember he said that when he came on our show.
Yeah, he said if they got to a certain point, he was just going to buy up the rest of them. So let's see if he made good on that.
Well, he's been traveling, so
with Only Burns. Cyril, I still don't really understand what Only Burns is. I will have to sit down at some point and have a call or something, because I get so many projects coming at me all the time. It's so hard to like keep track and be like, all right, I have to focus the small amount of time I have on this specific thing, and that's it. Like, yeah.
Okay, no, I literally just did Twitter Spaces with him.
All right,
nice.
Nope,
I'll have
just
to check that out.
Monkey this morning. Okay,
yeah. So when I did my AMA with Frozen Walrus about these, I think they only had like maybe 400 minted at that point, maybe like 200, 300, or 400. So since then, they're up to 1,000 now. So that's pretty good right now, considering that's what, like $100,000, and I think they have to get to 1,800 minted to hit their purchase order amount for the Kadena hash, the KA3 miners. Actually, I think it might be less. I think Austin said, I think even 1,000. Hey, Lame Hillbilly, if you're still listening, what was that minimum amount of the NFTs you needed to mint to hit your purchase order amount for the KE3s?
He might be typing there, because he just typed this, so he might be, or he just did a cameo and he's gone.
Yeah. So no, they've been picking up speed though. Like he did a Pelton AMA, he did an AMA with me, and
there is.
They've been picking up speed. Oh dang. Hey, did you guys team up with Ace Miners and their distributorship and facilities? Because they've got some cool stuff. I know I kind of put them in touch with Ace Miners, because Ace Miners Pro is they sell K83s. I had a batch of them coming in. So I hope that partnership's going well.
You guys are like conversating. I mean, Austin, if you want to
Yes.
just jump on in, that
Look
would
at
be easier.
Yeah,
Let's see if he wants to.
I put Austin and Zara in touch, and I was like, Zara, I know you buy tons of these things, and they need a really good deal on them. And they started talking. I think they worked out something that's like super efficient and effective and resourceful. So it bodes well for Walrus Anglers
He
Club.
just got an AMA in 10 minutes. Dude,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
speaking
Cool,
of
man.
all these projects, I keep saying this, and I'm really believe I'll happily be proved wrong. I'm totally fine with that. But I will say, I think in the next bull run, the next Bored Ape yacht clubs and stuff, it's going to be utility driven NFTs, stuff like this, where they're revenue sharing things, right? We've already seen it with Hydra Wells, Ace Miners. The floor price for them kind of peaked up a little bit. MDB, Phoenix Fire Club, all these that have already fully minted out and like they're operational, like the floor prices are just slowly creeping up. Like I really think these are going to be the next, like you're going to literally look back or in the next bull run in a year, 2 years down the road. And people are going to be like, instead of Bored Ape Yacht Club, the people that have never been exposed to crypto before, they're going to be like, bro, like, what's this picture of this walrus? Like, why is this worth thousands of dollars? And then they're going to look into it like, wow, this actually does something. It's not just a picture of a monkey with a cigar in its mouth or something. Like, it actually does something, you know? So
Yeah.
I firmly believe, because the demand's there. If you show proof of concept over a long period of time, you're making people money by holding a JPEG. Who's not going to want to have that? Like, it's just going to be inevitable.
Did you guys make a
Consistent
lot of
money.
money with NFTs last bull run? Either one of you?
I didn't
never touched NFTs.
I had never touched them either. Like, it just seemed so weird back then. It was
Same.
it seemed super random, right? Like, to me, I'm like, oh, this is like money laundering schemes, basically. That's what I thought was going on.
Yeah. They were either Ponzi schemes or just bull.
And how am I supposed to know? I'm like, this one has better art, but this one is a money laundering scheme, so you can make more money here. So I'm like, how am I supposed to figure that out, right? So I just said,
Yeah.
screw that. I'm just going to trade on central exchanges and do layer one stuff. And so, yeah, I was trading Ethereum and Bitcoin and XRP and stuff like that last bull run. And trading bots. I was using TA trading bots. Thanks, JB. And yeah,
Thanks, JB.
and Lame Hillbilly, it will absolutely get you on here. You know, I love doing videos with you on like DeFi King's show and everything like that with Dow King and Owen and Cyril. You would also be a good guest to come on here. We could talk about you and Enrique. I want to see you guys talk TA nerd stuff. I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, anytime.
Yeah.
I think I've had the 2 best months trading I think ever in the last couple of months. It's been pretty good. Oh no, we lost Austin again.
What is so what is 2 months? What does your best 2 months of trading look like? What does that look like for Enrique? If you don't mind my asking. If you don't mind,
I'm not gonna say.
Cyril, if you're still watching, give me permission to tell you your P&L on camera, because he showed me that last weekend, like he pulled up his MEXC app, and I was like, bro, are you investing into a DGen project right now, or is this you? Oh, there we go. He just dropped it. But yeah, I can confirm what he's saying in the chat right now.
Nice, dude.
I wonder. I like to know why he
Damn.
trades on MEXC. I wonder why he likes MEXC, because I think.
Well, he referred me to it, and I just like
Okay.
it because you don't have to KYC.
Okay.
I think it's like you with BitGet. He's got like a deal with like the founders and stuff, and like he knows them, like, you know, the BitGet guys. So it's like there's, I think, some level of trust there where you guys have like a personal relationship and have like your affiliate links and all that. Plus no KYC on either of them is nice. Plus you could do leveraged trading on both, which is nice too. If you're
short.
Or it could be a horrible thing.
Could be a horrible thing. Yeah.
JB said, "What's your WhatsApp?"
Yes.
Yeah, and you don't need a VPN either, but you should have VPNs no matter what you do. I mean, everyone,
good
the
idea.
20 some people watching right now always use a VPN. It's like all you do is hear awful story after awful story. But yeah, you're right. No KYC, and it takes literally 2 minutes to create an account. So what do you guys think is going to happen this weekend? Bitcoin has been all sorts of crazy volatile. So Austin, now that you're trading all the time, Mr. Trader now.
Oh man, I'm so new still, so don't ask me that question.
So what do you think?
I don't, dude. Honestly, I listened because I've been nerding out on like trader YouTuber channels and stuff too, to try to like get a like, dude, when I hyper focus on something, I get so obsessed. And so I'm like going down these rabbit holes of all these different channels of learning all this different stuff. And
yeah,
it's like I hear some people and I listen to their evidence on why Bitcoin could still possibly go down to 15K to 10K. I hear all these numbers. And then I hear other people like Cyril, actually, he was teaching me like a week ago in the Cardinal Crew chat, in the voice chat we do sometimes. And he was talking about how he thinks the bottom is in based on, I think he was using the previous MAs, the moving averages of the previous last time the bottom was in and when they crossed or all that stuff. He could explain that way better.
Like the MACD, the moving average convergence, divergence.
The death cross, the golden cross.
Yeah. And he was showing how that was the previous time the bottom was kind of in before, Bitcoin started going up and to the right again. But, we can never, like, it's all over the place. Based on the MA50 and the MA100 on the, okay, there we go. On the weekly chart, Cyril said.
Yeah, I think it's really, I mean, I think that one could come up with very good reasons why we've hit a bottom, and you can also come up with really good reasons why we haven't, which I definitely tend toward to be on team we haven't hit the bottom. But just because the TA tells me that, and I'm very much, I've been trading for 20 years, and I stick to the TA from a very traditional fundamental perspective, and that kind of tells us that we haven't hit a bottom. But it's not because we haven't, it's just because there isn't enough data to really say that we have, for sure. But there's not enough data to say that we haven't for sure. So that's why it's hard for me to call a bottom, because if you're really using traditional TA, you can't call it yet. You just can't. It's impossible. But
I love the different like opinions, because it's like there are different, like everybody who like really goes deep on TA stuff, they all come, like they each have their own indicators that they use, methodologies and things like that. So like your methodology could be completely different from Cyril's. So long term, you could be like, well, the bottom's in, or you could be like, the bottom's not in. You might have a disagreement there, but then in like the short term day and swing trading stuff, like you guys are both killing it using your own personal TA stuff. So like, Enrique, what are your main like indicators when you're setting up a trade? What are you mainly using to do that?
Well, someone actually took my answer a little bit. Where was it? There's a few comments. I don't even see it. Oh, there it is. Disco Chuck. That's the first thing I look at, is the macro before taking the trade. What's happening? Because and how are things going to be affected? So I want to look at the Dixie. What's going on with the Dixie? Then I want to look at the VIX. What's going on with the VIX? Then I want to look with the traditional markets, and then I'll look at whatever token I want to look at. And if everything fits the margin, or certain things are happening, then I like it. But I think one of the biggest problems a lot of people do is they just look at the chart of the token they're going to trade, and that's it. They don't look at anything else. And I think that's why most traders lose money. They just do, because they just focus on that one chart. But you really have to look at everything and look at the macro. And I have noticed a lot more people this year are talking about the macro more and more in crypto, because they finally kind of noticed the integrations between everything. But there's still a lot of misnomers, right? Just because the Dixie is dropping doesn't mean that Bitcoin's going to rise, because the Dixie is really against a bag of currencies, not Bitcoin. Now, there is certain times when they do integrate, and because of, like I said, the VIX has a lot to do with it, but it's just very like complicated. I mean, there's times when I can look at a chart and look at certain indicators and I really like it, and then I can look at a different chart with the same indicators and hate it based on everything that's happening. So I know that my answer is all over the place. As far as what indicators I look at, for me, it's very simple. RSI, MACD. I don't really look at moving averages that much lately, just because of the fact that right now we're under a state of an umbrella of quantitative tightening. And for all of Bitcoin's history, because Cyril said, well, it's always been that way with Bitcoin. Yeah, but it's always been for Bitcoin via quantitative easing. So here we are under this environment of quantitative tightening. So if you use the same metrics under an environment quantitative tightening that you do based on quantitative easing, you're going to lose because you're not, it's apples to oranges. So that's why I don't use moving averages that much right now, because I think that gets affected. And if you look at a lot of the main charts, you're going to see that time after time right now, the moving averages have not been holding on its support like they usually do. And I think that's why, because you got to take into the fact that we're under quantitative tightening. So I know I gave a very long-winded answer, but the short answer of it, I keep it simple, guys. MACD, RSI, and then just look at all the other charts that I talked about.
Awesome. I'm reading the comments at the same time, and I'm loving, like, Cyril's like posting his points, you're posting your points, and I love seeing your methodologies and your thinking processes here. And I think that's a really cool, valid point that you bring up, that Bitcoin's existed in an inflationary quantitative easing environment, where now we're in a quantitative tightening. And since Bitcoin's kind of been steady around 20,000, like holding steady for months there under quantitative tightening, to me, like if we are under quantitative easing still, where they're printing like crazy, Bitcoin would be flying, right? Like, but so it's like it's being held down in this new environment. So it's interesting. And then I also think black swan events can happen at any time. So like we might get a freak candle down to that $11,000 that people like Richard Hart, he's been calling $11,000 Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. Trust me on this, trust me on that. He said, you know, we could get a wick all the way down there and it could bounce right back up to 17, 18,000. And then bull market starts right there. And for like the most part, depending on the time frame you're looking, you might not even see that blip. It might not even exist to you, because it'll drop down there, knock out all the stop losses, freak candle, and then all the auto buys, bring it right back up. And then it's like that. Yeah. So like I really need to set like buy orders at $11,000, $12,000 just in case, like have dry powder just sitting there in case a freak candle happens. I could maybe snag a deal like that if it does.
Yeah, I have buy orders at 13.8. I have buy orders at 13.8 just sitting there. We'll see what happens. I'll only trust Richard.
Please put Nate's comment on here.
Bro, Nate is on one tonight.
Nate is on. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because this Dirk Van der Ville guy, he said top advice there with with an emoji pointing, and then Nate like perfectly put that there.
Love it. But yeah, I mean, I think what was I going to say? Yeah, but as far as this weekend, I really don't know. I mean, you know, another thing that I've noticed right now is that the markets, even Bitcoin, even Ethereum, they're so liquid right now in comparison to where they usually are. And it's even worse on the weekends. So on the weekends, you just have these crazy volatile movements where things get, you know, moved around pretty good. And you have to be really careful on the weekends right now. It's just so incredibly illiquid. And, you know, you guys are talking about Richard Hart. I mean, hell, Richard Hart could probably move the market a little bit if he wanted to. There's no telling how much Ethereum and Bitcoin that guy owns. It's insane. So yeah, I think it's a tough time right now.
I think that depends on how much people sacrifice for Pulse Chain. What? Oh shit!
I heard the Hex has been doing pretty good lately.
Really?
We should take a look at that. Yeah, I heard that it's done pretty good the last like week or so, or couple of weeks. Heard good things, but I haven't even really looked at it. So Austin, for you being kind of new to trading, do you not trade the weekends because it's so crazy, or you're just kind of like, just depends?
So what my sensei has taught me, Sensei Sarl, he said, I mean, and basically, I mean, this is just basic rule of thumb. For one is if I make it like a really good successful trade, like minimum 2-3% a day, like I'm out. I'm trying, because I got burned the first couple of days when I was being greedy, right? And that's where I think a lot of people lose on trading, is they get greedy because they won a couple trades and then they keep going until they lose a bunch of money, and then that makes them lose money trading. So on the weekends, I mean, I think I traded once last Saturday, I believe. But basically, once I see something forming, which like weekends are pretty volatile. But he basically told me, you know, wait until you have something forming and let the trade come to you. Don't get into a trade just because you want to make money that day or whatever. Because
You want to have a sweat. Yeah.
Right. You don't want to sweat on it. You don't want to do anything. So I've seen there's 2 or 3 picture perfect bull flags that happened this past week. And I mean, every single one of them, I did exactly what he taught me, and it's worked perfectly. But I don't think, I've only traded like one Saturday so far in my 2 weeks of trading so far.
Well, I had a crappy last Saturday because I was short on Aptos, and I woke up and I was like, oh, like I got stopped out, but I mean, it was a huge loss because Aptos just went nuts on last Saturday. But notice how it happened on a Saturday, right? Where like Nate's saying right now, it's easier to move tokens because you don't have the same volatility. So I should have, I should have maybe not had such a big short. And then luckily I opened up another short, and then Aptos finally gave a lot of that back. So I got some of my funds back, but still, I'm still down. I'm still down over 5K on my Aptos trades because of that. Because I got stopped out on that one trade on a weekend. So that was really frustrating to see, especially with Aptos. For those of you that I'm sure have been kind of talking about it, looking at Aptos, it's ridiculously overvalued still. There's like very little ecosystem. There's like very little transactions, very little happening. And it's fully diluted market cap is higher than DOT. It's higher than Matic before it dropped last night, which is pretty insane. Think about that, guys. So that
Bro, what the heck is Aptos? Can we just talk about Aptos? I keep hearing about Aptos.
I don't know what Aptos is.
Okay, so it's a new layer 1. It's a new layer 1. It got really hyped up because these guys were really from that Facebook project. I think it was DM or something like that. And due to regulatory issues and I don't know what else, after Zuckerberg spent like $100 million on it, they had to let go. So the team basically decided to leave Facebook and kind of see if they can get a bunch of VC money. They got a bunch of VC money. So they were able to kind of get it up and running, highly overvalued. I think it got, the VC money was like valued at like 2 billion. Maybe DK can keep me honest, which is ridiculous. And now here we are, like, I haven't checked it, but I think it was like 8 billion or something like that. Right. So, keep in mind that Matic's diluted market cap is like over 9 billion. So they were over Matic as of last night before this drop, and they're over DOT. Are you kidding me? With everything that DOT's done and that big old ecosystem that they have. So DK saying Aptos is the big short in 2023, especially in 2023, because that's when the first tokens release is going to happen in October or November. I can't remember which month. So that's going to be something to take a look at. Because they're just going to, the circulating supply is going to, DK saying it's going to double. I didn't realize it's going to be that high that 1 month, but bottom line, I guess maybe he's saying month after month after month. So bottom line, in late 2023, you're going to see all this sell pressure on Aptos.
That's going to be crazy.
That's going to be crazy. So, so, I mean, it's going to be one of those things where you should probably always have some money on a short, on shorting Aptos, because you're going to get
is this a coin that's on like a centralized exchange too short and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been shorting it, but like I said, I'm down over 5K shorting it because I got
so you just go somewhere like on
trade.
So you just go to like BitGet?
On BitGet, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, and guys, for you guys looking for an exchange, definitely use my affiliate link. It's on all my videos. It's
use my affiliate link on Mex. No, I'm joking.
Or use both. But yeah, I think Aptos is just so unclear. Oh, by the way, so you said what is it? What makes it special, right? So it competes. Yeah. With Solana, and it competes with Near, but Solana and Near are based on this language called Rust, and the language that these guys came up with at DM, well now Aptos, it's called Move, and it's supposed to be a lot more ahead of its time as far as security. A lot of really cool things with security that Solana and Near have not solved yet, so that's pretty cool. And they're also been able to do some really cool things with what's called like parallel transactions. So say, Austin, you want to send money to YaBonks, to Alex, and Alex is going to send money to me, but he's going to wait till you send the money. Well, parallel transactions, that could all happen in one transaction. So Solana can do that, Near can do that, but supposedly Aptos will be able to do it at much faster speeds. But from what we've seen so far, Aptos cannot get its act together, and its TPS is very, very low. But in their credit, or to give them to some time, they haven't really ramped it up to whatever speeds they plan to. So we will see what happens. It's like another player in the L1 game, And those three are going to be competing quite a bit. And I think you could probably throw Cosmos into it. They're all going to be competing for market share. So, you know, it makes investing tougher, I think, because, for example, I've been DCing a lot into Near. And if Aptos gets hot, they're going to take from Near. So it's going to be one of those things where, you know, you may have to, if you want to invest in L1s, you have to invest in all of them to kind of keep yourself safe. But, you know, will they all make it? Who knows? I don't even know if, I mean, guys, Phantom, AVAC, Avalanche, where are they going to be in a year? I mean, especially with all these new sexy L1s coming out. So it's just really interesting. I don't know, Alex, I mean, you're far more technical than me. What are your thoughts in regards to all that? And like, which one of these L1s is actually going to make it?
I couldn't tell you. I think a lot of them are going to make it simultaneously. So like personally, I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Avalanche, Polygon, Cardano, Solana, DAG, I think, even, you know, Tron, I think those are all still going to be around. I don't think they're just going to like fall off the map. As far as I know, they're all still building, making improvements. They've got their own communities and ecosystems, developer networks, things like that. So, and I think it's healthy to have all of these different things going on. I don't think, you know, there's going to be like one thing that's going to stand, well, everything else falls down. Now, like in 100 years, maybe Bitcoin, you know, as other things evolve and change into other things, maybe Bitcoin will still be around in some form that we recognize. But even then, like the Lightning Network is coming for Bitcoin, and that's going to add a layer on top of it that'll give it like a fast like application layer and increase privacy, security, speed, bandwidth, all that stuff. So like even Bitcoin, they're still developing and improving in a decentralized manner. Yeah, BNB. I forgot to mention. Yeah, BNB is one of my most bullish. I think Binance is
huge.
Binance is a monster. I don't think they're going anywhere.
No.
And
seems like no risk. If you want to DCA the hell out of BNB right now, there's like no risk. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to go to zero. Like there's no risk with BNB, and the upside is, I mean, you know, $3,000 BNB would not be weird next bull run. It wouldn't at all.
And if you go to their website,
that'd be nutty.
No, it's what I project actually.
And if you look at what they're doing,
Go ahead.
They're developing super fast. So like BNB, they're keeping pace, and like DK is saying, they're outpacing a lot of people. So they're developing super fast, always evolving their network. And check out their website and their documentation. They're doing so much stuff. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And like they have like diversification, because like I know a lot of people were worried with what happened last 2 days ago with all those liquidations, right? And FTX had 10 times, guys, 10 times the amount of liquidations than Binance, even though Binance is so much bigger than FTX. So what does that tell you? That tells you FTX is probably just has a few huge institutional players, and that Binance is, as a network, a lot more diversified, and there's a lot more players. And so I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was yet another reason why you got to give CC? I can't even remember the guy's name at Binance. Is that his name? CC?
Yeah, like, CZ.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to give them all the credit. I mean, and I think that's the safest play. Like outside of course, Ethereum and Bitcoin, I think BNB is by far the best play. You know, probably get a higher return. But I don't know. Like you guys tell me, like, I think one can make a very strong argument that Ethereum is going to be the best play because of the fact that, like I said, with BNB, there's no risk. It's not going to go to zero. And with it being deflationary next bull run, you know, how many X's is it going to do? We know it got to 5K last bull run, right? We know that. And we know that historically, usually 3X's from the previous bull run. So that puts it at 15K. But would 15K be too low of a ceiling because now it's deflationary? I don't know. Like, you guys tell me.
When it's like, if you look at this, really good to look at if you want to see, like, as far as like how the merge is going with ETH. If you look at ultrasound.money, it's like this, dude. I mean, it's almost back down to flatline. Like, it's crazy.
And it's not even a bull run. I mean, that's the crazy thing. So just think about when things are crazy and everyone's flipping NFTs and buying NFTs and everyone's NFT crazy. Not that I know anything about NFTs other than how to lose money on them. But just think about that. Just think about how crazy that's going to be. And so it's just going to get better. So it makes me wonder, well, maybe Ethereum's the best play. And maybe, that's the easiest thing to DCA into right now. So it just makes it really, really interesting.
I feel like there will be a pretty crazy supply shock in Ethereum I would say in the coming few months, just because, I mean, if you look at ultrasound money, that's what I'm basing my prediction on. Because a lot of people, if you look on the history of like merges or halvings or anything crazy that like people expect like a major pump to just randomly happen, they never do. They usually happen a few months after the action initiates. Like you'll have the sell the news event where something initially will kind of pump up, like what Ethereum was, where it gave like this little scam pump based on the merge. People made a little bit of money on it, but the actual true ramifications of what the merge is going to be happening, I believe in the next coming months we'll see. I mean, we're about to hit this flat line where you're going to have a sell the news event, but then you're actually going to have a true supply shock event where we're going to see some crazy stuff happening with Ethereum bullish wise. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm sorry, you guys. So I know Nat's not coming. I'm talking to her and she's not joining for some reason. I think she got cold feet for real.
Man.
So, but I have another person that I've been wanting to bring on the show. This guy named Simon. He's talked in front of like the UK Parliament. He's like a guy I met in like
everyone's invited. Like, I mean, DK's here. Whoever wants to jump in, just jump in.
This guy's fascinating to talk to. All right, I'm gonna bring him in. He's just like an interesting character to talk to. His name's Simon. He's talked in front of like UK Parliament multiple times, and he's a character. So I'm just gonna. He's like, hey, yeah. So I don't know. You've probably talked to him in Kyoto's Discord, you guys. I don't know if you've ever talked to him. And yeah. So anybody wants to hop in here since Nat's not joining, I am open to whatever.
See you, Nate.
Also,
yeah, have a good weekend, Nate.
See you, Nate. Thanks for the funny comments, man.
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm also going to be bringing up, bring your goat, YaBonks. He is, the goats aren't allowed inside the house as much as I want.
Get a camera that you can stream and have the goat have its own like camera here on the stage.
It's a good idea. So we do have goat a pig cam. We have Piggle cam. We've got goose cam. But I don't have the range to the goat pasture. I could probably run some Cat 5 cable or something and get it working, but that would be good.
So you sent the link to Simon?
Yeah, I don't think he's coming on this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Week. Okay,
but I want to bring him
I was sitting here like waiting for him to come on now.
Yeah, I was too.
Yo, and also shout out to Cam. I see him in the chat. I got to meet Cam this weekend. I got to meet Cyril this weekend, like half the Cardinal team, some actual Cardinal team member or Cardinal crew members.
Oh my
bro. Such a great meetup, man. We had such a good time.
I saw the picture. That looked like a blast.
It was so fun.
Okay. Now that you met them in person, is there anybody that you met in person who is different than how they are online?
Not really. I feel like everybody I've met, I mean, obviously I didn't expect like I haven't really talked to Kim as much as I would like, the Cardinal team and Cyril and all them, but it was so fun. Yeah, dude, I haven't laughed that hard. It's so funny, bro. But yeah, everybody was pretty much the same. I feel like that we met online. I haven't really talked to. We got this dude. His name's Burb TK. He's in the Discord. I don't know if he wants me to give his real name or whatever, so I won't. But he was cracking me up too. Good guy.
Wait, who was that?
Burb TK. That's his Discord name. He's one of the Cardinal crew members.
Gotcha.
Who else was there? We had Kurt. Kurt surprised me. He I don't know if he wants me to say it. Never mind, I won't say it. I can't say it.
No, don't say it. He doesn't want you to.
I don't know. I don't know if he wants me. It's so funny though.
Have
the goat lick your nipples.
Is Cam as jacked in person?
Bro, Cam is jacked, man.
I knew it.
Cam is jacked, and he also is secretly extremely good at mini golf. but very bad at laser tag.
Well, it can't be great at everything.
Yeah, I can't.
Dude,
Yeah. That just wouldn't
I've
be
never
fair.
heard of this before. That we did an outside laser tag. I've never heard of it. It looked like an airsoft / paintball setup, and it was so freaking fun, dude. It was awesome.
Nice. Where'd you guys meet up, if you don't mind my asking? I know I was actually invited to this, but I couldn't make it because of the Dubai trip. But I remember getting the invite a while back ago, and I really wanted to go.
It was Pennsylvania, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
Yeah, because when I saw the invite, I was like, oh, where they make the chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we never actually done anything like chocolate wise, but
my dad, he worked on that Hershey chocolate factory as a civil engineer. He was one of the lead engineers on that project. It was a multi-$100 million build out, and he was one of the lead engineers in charge of that project. And they used to fly him in a helicopter between Pennsylvania and Ohio so he could go to the site, and he would come home with giant baskets full of chocolate for our family.
Hey, I want to hear the answer to this question from DK. Cam, are you still doing that project KB Omniverse?
Oh yeah.
oh, he isn't.
He isn't.
He's not.
He's not.
Oh shit.
Is that project still going?
Yeah. No, we.
Okay.
No, but he's not a part of telling me that at the meetup.
Okay.
It's kind of in flux right now.
Okay.
I'll let, if Cam wants to share info, I'll let him, but yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
And
go ahead.
Gosh.
Sorry, I cut you off.
I was just gonna say, like, I hadn't heard about that project since that whole drama happened. Yeah. And Cam was just like,
that means no.
Yikes.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. That's funny.
Oh man.
That's funny.
It stalled out. It was a cool idea. Honestly, like having a whitelist marketplace, that was a good idea. Having like into people who want to grind for whitelists and then sell them to make a profit. Whereas like people who don't have time to grind for whitelist could just buy them for like a premium, like pay $50, get a whitelist spot. And then somebody literally in a different like cost of living area, like in a different country, could literally grind out a living just shilling stuff to get these whitelist spots and selling them on the marketplace. Like that's decentralized finance. Like it's beautiful. But I think it was an interesting idea.
I think it's a good idea. It just had bad execution.
I think the tokenomics execution and the PR around the whole project just kind of exploded.
There is this
I agree with that, DK. I totally agree with that. Not in a bear market. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I did want to state that like I have really I have a different appreciation for that kind of grind now. A lot, like you said, a lot of these third world countries, a lot of kind of like younger folks really trying to figure out a way to get some kind of crypto balance going. They're thinking of all these different ways to do it, and I'm really starting to see that there is really a need and a hunger in many third world countries for those types of things. And I think that's why Axie Infinity did what it did, right? Because of the fact that you can kind of grind out a little bit every day of crypto. So I'm seeing that with that, and then we're seeing that with the airdrops, guys. All this airdrop stuff. Like I gotta be honest, I'm like too lazy to do the due diligence and do all the circus and dog and pony stuff to get the airdrop, and then to do a video on it. It sounds like a lot of work. But I have noticed that a lot of YouTube creators, if they do an airdrop video for any of these airdrops, they get huge views, and it really helps them kind of like, build their brand, whatever. So there's this hunger for it. Like if you really want as a creator to get a lot of people to come, see your stuff, that's a great way to do it with the airdrops. I'm just too damn lazy to do it. Oh my gosh. Look who's going to come on.
I don't know if it's going to work this way.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Her feet is not cold.
Oh my God. Finally.
Guys.
What happened?
So sorry. I don't even know where to start. But
I think there's like a lag with your connection.
So I'm trying to get stuff. No. Is
So for those who don't know, this is LadyBossNat. You've probably seen her in every Discord server in our circle of DeFi. She's very active, very positive person out here. A real joy to have in the DeFi community, especially in the hard times of the bear market. So I'm glad you finally joined us, Nat. I was literally getting sad. I'm like,
Sorry.
where are you?
I'm so
Yeah.
Who is this else that just joined?
I'm
It's
so
black screen.
sorry.
I think it's Simon.
Is it Simon? I sent him the link, and
We're
I'm
just
like,
having a party here.
Is it Simon?
dude,
How
I
do you
think
both
it's
show up at the
Simon.
same time?
I'm up for a
yes,
party. God.
I know, right?
Simon. What's up, man?
How's it going?
Good. We got the crew here. We got the whole party now.
We made
Where's
it.
DK?
Yeah.
I sent DK a link too.
Yeah, might as well make it 6 of us.
Right. Come on.
Yeah.
The timing,
God.
though.
Yeah. So Nat, what happened?
Yeah, come on.
I'm also releasing alpha that I'm not sure I can even release. So I got caught up in like a call with. So I was trying to do that, and then at the same time, I was trying to get out. It might look stupid, but
You're breaking up pretty bad.
You're breaking up pretty bad. I don't know if it's like the audio, if you have like a headset like this you can use on your phone, or if it's your internet. I can't tell.
It might be my internet because it's been going crazy the past. I don't know what is going on with it. I'm trying to look right now. Oh my god, crazy. Let me see.
Yeah, see if you can get that
Okay.
settled. And sure, Pocket Aces anytime, man.
Yeah,
so while
I'm-
you try to get that
Another
settled,
great YouTuber.
yeah. So while you
I'm
try to get
literally
that settled,
sending him it right now.
okay. Simon,
Hey.
tell us about yourself, man.
I tell you what, I've had a day. I've had a selling nodes for Coyote Protocol. We've had so
Yeah. You're in the UK, so it's late there, isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
12:30. I mean, normally I'd be up, but you know, I was up at 7. This was the final day for a big push, and pushed. We cleared 48% of the nodes today. Camera working.
I can get on.
Your camera is not working, Simon. No.
No camera, Simon.
The
Yeah.
lastminute.com. This was Alex. I was just getting in bed.
And I'm just like spamming links out. I'm like, all right, Nat's not gonna make it. Who else wanted to come on the show that's interesting? I was just like,
Oh,
Simon.
let's have this person come on that just dropped in the chat. Hot girls are waiting here.
What?
Wow.
I want to go wherever that is.
Oh my god.
Is this our first ever podcast spam chat thing?
No, it happened like a month ago, and I was able to catch it.
No, let 'em
because
come on,
once
man.
they start,
Yeah,
it's
man.
like a million. It's like a million of them.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
How'd they find us?
Dude, we're
I don't
growing,
know.
man. The podcast is growing. All right, we're getting there.
All right, hold on. I got rid of them. Okay, you won't see that anymore. Oh, yeah, I think I got rid of them.
I think you banned Simon because Simon was his alt account. That's what it was.
So, LadyBossNat, did you get settled? No.
I have full everything. No.
Mm-mm.
What in?
Oh man,
That was
it's
like
like
Austin
when you
years ago.
talk. It's like when you talk, it plays the voice after you talk. It's like when you watch or like when you're editing a video. Have you seen that TikTok where they're like they teach you how to look like you're lagging in real life, where you say a word but then then the word comes out after you move your mouth?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
Well,
dude.
I did.
When
I did. All right.
Yes, I
Sometimes
know.
when I'm editing, that audio and video get messed up on my like Adobe Premiere software, and it's such a pain. Like I have to basically scrap the whole thing and like change the frame rates, and it's such a pain.
Hopefully LadyBoss can
It
get situated. I have
says
so
the
many questions for
Echo
her.
cancellation.
Wait a sec. What Serenity, are you
Wait.
at your computer? I'm
Oh,
inviting
God.
Serenity. I want Serenity to come on.
This just took a
Alright.
turn.
We're making this
Yeah.
a party.
It's
and
a
Dowkey needs to
virtual
hook up
meetup.
with Cam. We got that going on too.
Oh, he wants to be in the chain gang. That's his Discord, by the way.
Ah.
Yeah.
I wonder if oh yeah, sometimes if you take off the video, that's good. Oh,
Yes.
we got someone joining. Who is it? It's Simon again. Okay.
Alex, you should make a 10K NFT
We got
collection
links out.
called the Gimli
Oh.
Trading Go. $10 per NFT. Let Gimli decide the trades. It's a brilliant idea, and it could pay
Bro.
for all of his hay. Yeah. It could
That
pay for his hay because
is
hay is
amazing.
expensive. It's a
Oh,
great
look at
idea.
that. Are you getting jealous, Austin?
Austin, don't get jealous. What am I jealous of? I don't even know what he's talking about.
He's just messing with you. Simon, you're still there.
Simon, no, your camera's still not working.
Let me
Bro, all of our guests are just problems after problems.
We have the worst guest ever. I'm kidding.
He said Cam and me talking. Cam and I decided to be in an open relationship, so you're good, Dow.
Good.
You can
good.
What?
you can meander. Alex like what?
What? Times is changing, man. Times is changing.
Bro,
Alex,
Dow King should have
Simon,
came too.
yeah. Alex, you sent it to DK. If he wants to jump on, let's go.
Yeah, DK, get in here. Dow
be
King's
great.
one of my best friends out here, by the way. I literally call this dude randomly like midnight. I'm like, what's going on, man? And he's like, what are you doing? And yeah, I think Aaron, DK, he's awesome. Get on here, DK.
Yeah, jump on in. Jump on in.
Yeah.
So while we wait for DK, Simon, Alex, how do you guys know each other?
Oh man. So I met him through Kyoto protocol in the Kyoto
Okay.
community, just talking, and then I like talked to him on an AMA one time, like a community AMA where we all kind of doxed ourselves. I'm always doxed, but like he doxed himself and we started talking, and
I called you, and then
yeah.
So we just I like calling people. I just like people. I've never been.
You sound like Frank.
Never done anything like this, and I like reaching out to people and learning whatever I can about this. My background's business, crypto and blockchain, and I'm still learning the lingo.
How are things going over at Kyoto?
They're flying. I mean, there's lots going on. I got involved in that just because of the business side, and I'm friends with one of the founders. We did a big business together that went viral, international, and he just called me. You got to get in. Give me your money. So I kind of went.
Did we lose him too? Oh no.
No. I'm still trying to figure out my camera. You know, it's like I said, it's been a long day, and I clicked it, and it's still figuring out my camera.
I'm inviting a bunch of random people right now, by the way. So if you see a bunch of people joining the lobby, my bad.
I'm just gonna let them all in. I think the max is 10 or 11. I think we have a pretty big max, which is pretty cool.
I invited
I've
Owen.
listened to
Owen's
you guys,
hilarious.
though. I've listened to you a lot, and I've been following you. Yeah, I've learned a lot over the last 4 months, so I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I remember you telling me you first reached out to me. You're like, my son's a YouTuber, and I've been watching your show, and you were commenting on our show randomly, and then one day, like, you tried to call me, and then I'm like, I'll call you back when I'm free, and we had a call, and Yeah, you're just a super interesting character. You actually spoke in front of like UK Parliament and stuff, right?
Yeah, for Parliament. All I wanted to do was find out where Guy Fawkes tried to go, and I went walkabout and got escorted back to the room. I never really plan a speech. I normally have a bit more time than someone just go and click though, and but yeah, that was fun, and I had people running for the exits, and just I pulled them back in, and they invited me back a second time, so I said something right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they invited you back. That speaks volumes right there.
Yeah. We had a big, just purely security, but I mean, we took body-worn surveillance, and we put police globally. So that was my background.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
and
well,
I
we're
actually,
expecting big things out of Coyote. So
yeah,
I
and
think
actually,
they're coming. Yeah.
Simon introduced me to one of his friends in Dubai. So when I was in Dubai, I met up with one of Simon's buddies. Super smart dude. Like this guy's off the chart smart. Had coffee and lunch with him, and heard about some of the crazy escapades Simon and this guy and some other people had in Dubai. Man, what a crazy town.
I want to go. Are the
Yeah.
restaurants amazing? Did you guys have some great meals?
Oh yeah,
I
expensive,
can imagine.
but really good. Yeah.
So like, what do you mean? Like when you say expensive, like what was it like per meal, like on average?
Dude, I went to a bar at the marina and I ordered 2 waters and it came out to like over $10 USD
For 2 per water or for both waters?
for both waters.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. They charge
Yeah.
for water in Dubai?
I mean, dude,
Yeah.
in parts of Europe, they charge to
Wow.
use the restroom. I mean,
Oh yeah.
so-
Total different culture over there.
Crazy.
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it sounds amazing. I want to go to Dubai so bad. I actually was. If I didn't have so much going on right now, I would have gone to that conference. The
Yeah,
big
I'm a little
guys
jealous.
invited me to go hang out with them, but just wasn't in the cards this time. But it sounds like you had an amazing time, man. Looked really, really good. So Simon, are you like outside of Coyote, man? Like as far as crypto, what is it that you focus on the most? Are you like a trader? Like, and how'd you like? I mean, obviously you had to have something else in your background to make them reach out to you. Yeah, tell us a little bit more about how you got involved with them.
One of the founders, I've known him, and it was, yeah, he said, just get on board. He deals with, I don't see this as a crypto, a DeFi. I see, I'm more connected with the companies that will be coming on chain. Carbon, I mean, there's so much going on in the world right now, of course. And then you've got here in the UK crisis, we're going to have blackouts this winter. I mean, for example, my electric gas bill, say $150 a month to $800 a month, literally only in January. So there's cost of living crisis. It's just mad. So shipping company that has got, you know, that's doing 100 million tons of carbon taxed by next November massively. And they don't know what to do. The CEO of, say, Emirates Airlines, and you mentioned crypto, they just escort you out of the room. You know, so it's kind of the bridge between business and the technology. That so I know more about the business side and what they need. I've been involved in renewable for a lot of years. Been involved in solar for 17 years. So really, that's it, is that side. I'm learning the technology and understand how it's going to be utilized, needed. But yeah, really, it's the business side. So this is a business where you I know the company is coming on board, but I can't say anything.
Very okay. Yeah. And I actually saw some
Yeah.
tweets today where people were stating in Italy you could only have your heater on certain times of the day. And one guy was like complaining about the fact that like when he needs it the most at night, like 11 p.m. to like 6 a.m., he's not allowed to turn on the heater or he'll get fined. And so it's
Oh my
just brutal,
gosh.
man, to know that this energy crisis is so real. Like it's real. And they're saying that it's okay for this winter. It's the next winter they're really worried about in Europe. So that just kind of puts things into perspective to add to what you said, Simon. Like this energy crisis is real. And I do wonder how it's going to affect Bitcoin and mining in the future though, and hash rates. But that's another look at Mr. Pringles. He just threw us
Mr.
$10.
Pringles.
By the way,
Aaron, you're the man, dude. Thanks.
You're the man. By the way, I still haven't received any of that money from YouTube, from all the
YouTube is weird about those things.
It takes like 2 months. It takes like 2 months.
Oh, okay.
It takes a while to clear a YouTube check. Yeah.
Okay. It's told me that I'm good for like a couple months now. So I'm any day now we'll get it. I guess.
Appreciate you, Mr.
Oh, are you still waiting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, another
Awesome.
one. Lady
Hey,
Boss.
Thanks.
Lady Boss.
Thanks, Nat.
Thank you.
Didn't
Hopefully
come
you can get hopefully she can get set up for next week. Upgrade the new equipment. Oh, okay. It's all right. I've been having issues for 10 months with my equipment in Austin. He's been doing this YouTube thing since he was 2 years old, and he still has issues every day.
Nat, you don't have to apologize. I totally get it, man. And you can't really, like, this Wi-Fi stuff, you can't even predict it. Like, it'll be great for a week, and then as soon as I decide to go live or something, just lags out. Doesn't want to work.
What if she, Lady Boss, can you try on your, was she on her phone or not on her phone? Like,
Yeah,
what if
she's
she
on her
tries
phone,
the
it
other
looked like.
device? Okay, maybe
like
she
a
can try the
phone.
other device. Maybe she can try the other device. I don't know. We'll get her on next week.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
thank you guys for those super chats. So that's awesome. And I actually think those came in on my channel. So I will I'll just send you guys some USDC, Austin and Enrique, and I'll split that 3 ways or however we decided.
Oh my gosh, we got
we just
3
got another
super
one.
chats
Oh
in
my
a
gosh.
row.
Bartosh, thanks, man. What is happening right now?
Did we just
You know
like
what
the
happened?
algorithm take it
No.
off?
No, this
I
is
don't-
what
I don't
happened.
know.
They heard me say I'm down 5K on my Aptos shorts. And they were like, poor bastard.
They said
man.
we need to take care of Enrique so we can continue the stream.
I will complain more often about my missed trades.
Man, I took a loss just now on ETH.
There you
Darn
go.
it. Holy crap, ETH is dumping right now,
Wow.
actually.
Everything's dumping
pulled
right
it
now.
up.
Yeah.
Look at that
Everything's
big
dumping a little bit.
candle. Oh my goodness. Is it going to break it? Oh, it's dumping. It's
Well,
dumping.
this weekend, it was like, flip a coin. What's going to happen this weekend, guys? I have no idea. And then we got Mr. Powell speaking Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, November 2nd, whatever that is. If it's a Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. We got him speaking next week. That's going to be crazy.
Mhm.
It's going to be fun. It's going
Did
to be
you
lots
see
of fun.
what's that bread whatever trading bot? I'm not really part of that, but I saw they put out a tweet saying, in anticipation of JPOW speaking, we are going to pause all the trading bots.
Yep.
And
So
one
cool
I
thing,
think that's a good
one cool
idea,
thing I like-
actually.
Are you trying
Yeah,
to? You're trying to get DK on the show, aren't you? Still
I'm-
bringing up bots,
Bro, listen.
Yeah,
I got evidence. Like it's been working for me over the past almost 3 months. You just got to give it time. But
DK did make a good comment when he said, "Well, if I gave it more time, I may lose even more." Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I can see why he was like, I'm out. Like I can see that, because that's all he had seen so far. I don't know.
well, he also joined right at the end of September when like everything was literally just it was like extremely hard to make money anyways in any trading aspect.
Guys,
yeah.
what would you advise to someone like me, right? What would you suggest to someone that is like you? I mean, I hit bear market and it's going to be over. It's going to be over. And I listen. I'm not stupid, but what would you say, what would you guys, without giving financial
I'll take
advice,
that.
but
Yeah, no, I'll take that all day, man. And I know we're supposed to say not financial advice, but I don't care, whatever. Look, man, I would say like DCA into the safe ones. We talked about why BNB is probably safe. We talked about why ETH is probably safe. We know Bitcoin's most likely going to be very, very safe. And if its real use case ever comes to light, and we're starting to see that more and more with the way governments are debasing the absolute crap out of their oh, we got someone else joining, currency. I would say that, man. I would say DCA into those types of tokens.
Tom, what's up, man?
How's it going, Alex?
Hey. I'm bringing all my UK friends in here, by the way. I hope you
Hold
guys
on,
don't mind.
We have a guest that their video and audio works, because this would be a first.
Dude, hey.
Tell me you can hear me, because that'll be a bonus.
Yes.
Benjamin, can I use your real name out here?
Yeah.
Tom. Yeah. Tom's got a pro setup, man. He's been doing this a while. Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna have to. I've realized I'm still watching this on YouTube, and there's an echo. It's my fault.
Oh, just mute it.
Oh,
you can leave it open. Just mute it.
I'm not gonna lie, it's late here, and I'm super tired. And I hope you don't ask me any questions, because it's got to the point where I don't know what's alpha that's released and what's not alpha that's not released anymore. Like, so
I don't either, dude. Yeah. And Tom, I don't know if you guys know Tom. He's been around in DeFi for a long time under different names, basically.
Hibernating. Yeah.
What are some of the names? What are the names?
Well,
maybe I know you.
Well, it was Benjamin B through all the LC.
Oh, Benjamin B.
That's Benjamin B right there.
Hey, what's up, man? I know you.
Yeah. But Frank had a habit of doxing me on every AMA that we did, so I just had to change it in the end because it was getting confusing.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
How's everyone doing anyway? How are you, Alex? How was Dubai, man?
Bro, it was wild. I told Enrique about it at the start of the show, but man, it was something else. I've never left the country, so like it was like the country boy going to the big city. Never seen buildings that big. Never seen that many buildings that big all at once. It was mind blowing. It was surreal. It was super cool. The novelty. It was such a great experience just to like absorb it. Even though I was working basically the whole time, except for the last like 2 days when everybody else left, I changed my flight. So I could stay there for 2 days, meet up with Simon's friend, hang out with him, super cool guy. And then I got to hang out with Jason from Warfi and do some networking and stuff. And I met the guy who created Telegram. How crazy is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Can you tell him to fix his freaking app and stop having scammers on it?
Oh shit. He probably watches my channel now. So like, chill out, guys. Chill out.
Hey, man.
Just for clarity on this as well, like Alex was like, oh, I'm going to be passing the UK. Like, you know, I'll be there. We could meet up. And then so I get in touch with like Frank and Ash thinking, listen, like Alex is on a layover. We could meet up in Manchester, go and see Alex. So then when he eventually replies, I'm like, how long are you here for? He's like, oh, 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't know what the hell a layover is. Layover transfers.
Yeah, it's a transfer then. You're in departures. We'll wave at you from the outskirts of Manchester as you fly back out.
I get it now. I learned about this whole traveling thing. And anyway, I didn't have my COVID test to get into Dubai from Manchester. So they actually kept me there for like, they canceled my flight and made me get on the next flight to Dubai. So I was there for like 6 hours in Manchester. I hung out with 3 younger Manx. They call themselves Manx there. They do, and they're great people. They love the YouTube channel. I don't know. I had great conversations hanging out with my Manx buddies. They taught me a bunch of...
You spent 24 hours sending me English slang. I could only assume that you were drunk.
Yeah, no, man, I was quite knackered after all the traveling, so I
quite knackered.
I probably seemed quite mad. Yes.
Did you have lots of bottles of water?
Yeah. Bartosz is a Mank. What's up, man? I made such good friends there. They're really welcoming people. They're super nice, and so I hung out with them for like 6 hours. They taught me a bunch of English slang, and I
I
taught him a
noticed.
bunch of English or American slang, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I want to go back.
Yeah,
Amazing.
maybe outside of the airport next time.
Maybe, I don't know. It looked cold out there, so I don't know about that. My blood has thinned from Florida life for the past 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It's
man.
much colder over here. It's definitely getting colder.
So I want to rewind a bit to Enrique. Do you? I want to hear you finish what you were saying when to Simon's question. Do you remember where you were at?
Yeah, I think I do. So I had basically stated that we had already kind of gone over why BNB would be a safe one to DCA into ETH, of course. And then with Bitcoin, I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't hold any Bitcoin. I don't care about Bitcoin. I think I get that, but I hold a bit of Bitcoin. The reason why is because I do think that one day we will see its use case actually come to light, not the hedge against inflation that they used to talk about. Yeah, there you go. You own a Bitcoin. But the fact that it could really protect us from a lot of things that you're starting to see. And, you know, another example of it is what happened with PayPal. They reinstated the $2,500 thing, right? You know, less than 48 hours ago. So
They
when you start
did?
seeing all these, yeah, they reinstated it. So that whole thing that it was just a mistake turned out to be a bunch of crap. They
Oh
reinstated
my
it when they thought no one would
gosh.
be looking. It's in the terms and conditions. So when you hear about that kind of stuff and you see everything that's happening with CBDCs, that big guy, I can't remember his name. He's like French. And he said some stuff that was pretty concerning. BTC use cases to tell people you own BTC at parties. That's pretty good. So I really firmly believe that as you see all these currencies start to debase, getting debased by their governments, that you know, as more and more of the young people come out and are pro crypto, you're going to see that happening. Right now, millennials own very little bit of the net wealth, right? So, but you know, sooner or later, they're going to have the big net worth, and they're going to be into crypto. And so I just think that BTC is going to be something that you should hold, just as a hedge against whatever, you know, and all these different crazy things happening in the world. And you know, we've seen what we've seen in the last few months we've never seen before, like what happened with the British pound, where it just like looked like a shitcoin. That was insane. What's happening with, you know, right now in Japan, the only reason their currency is not getting destroyed is because they're just basically the Japanese bank or the central bank of Japan is just basically bailing out that currency. And you see inflation going crazy all over the place. I think, to answer your question, Simon, I think BTC should be something that you should DCA into, but you know, that's just my 2 cents.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, for me, those are the 3 safe ones, and then you can just kind of, the rest of it's just speculation. But you know, we all like to speculate. We all like to degen. Tom, what are your thoughts on that, man?
So you're asking my thoughts on degen and when I lost a fortune in Titan. My thoughts on this probably don't count, mate, because I just keep aping into everything and losing it all. Yeah, I mean, you know, I've messaged you here and there, Enrique, and you've given me really good shouts on things, blue chips that would be good to buy here and there. And I'll be honest with you, I still haven't taken that advice, and I'm still sat in I'm still sat in DeFi, and I mean, I put most of my money out of all of this into orbs, and then look how that went. And now obviously it's been taken over, and hopefully, you know, I just got to hold these now and hope that everything comes out into greener pastures.
You have an absolute fortune in orbs.
Like, I do, yeah.
Like if
don't tell everyone, Alex.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's a bit late now, mate. You can't take.
I think everybody knows that if they've ever been in that server.
He's like, you've been guys. Let me tell you how much this guy has.
Let me tell you where Tom lives exactly. All right.
This is his seed phrase, and I have it written down.
Let's give him the ID now, shall we, Alex? Yeah.
We'll never have a guest ever again. This is why Nat was having cold feet. She's God. Like, Alex is
he's gonna tell me where people
live.
live.
I think everybody knows that, though. If you've ever been in Orbital Swap or Kyoto Swap server, Tom's in there every day, like hoorah. Like he's like,
not at the minute. Frank and Ash are like cracking the whip, mate. I've been on with so much. So I'd love a day back in Discord, to be honest. They were the easy days. There's that much going on at the minute. That many calls, Pringles. You're not going to find out my address. That many calls going on. Yeah, and I was sat on a call just when you messaged, trying to sort out decks and information and everything ready for the new decks going live, so that other people have the information before we're there. It's non-stop, you know. Frank's knocking out the Zeds right now, 1 o'clock in the morning. Ash has filled himself up on tea and biscuits. He's flat out as well, and I'm the only clown still awake.
I've done 17 hours today and I'm still awake.
Oh, there he is. Listen, he's rocked up now, has he?
I got out of bed. Alex messaged getting in bed.
I'm surprised you're not sat in your car. You're never in your house.
That's why
Normally, every time I see Simon on a video call, it's just
always
him sat in the driver's seat of the car. All he does is make phone calls all day. I don't know why he has to sit in his car. The wife and kids must hate him.
It reminds me of that Safu guy.
I was just going to say
always
that.
in his car.
Oh
Yes.
my God, I was thinking that in my brain, but I didn't want to say it.
Daniel
I
Prado.
didn't want to say it.
He's pulling
I
a
don't know
Daniel
his name.
Prado on us.
Yeah.
You
Simon's
guys
on
haven't
his
heard
way
of this
over
revolutionary blockchain?
I mean, I've kept myself out of. It's been quite nice, you know, this transition over to working with Frank and Ash. There's a lot more professionalism. Keeping myself out of all these crazy Discord arguments every 2 minutes. However, I have managed to see the clip of Prado calling Lala lots of names. That has passed across my desk.
Dude, no way.
Lala.
Please. Lala is a big I'm very active in the Kyoto server, right? I'm in all these Discord servers. So
Is
people
there
like
beef between Kyoto and
dude, who's got problems with Lala?
Seifu?
Well, I think
Who's
I don't
Lala?
know. I think it's on a personal level. It's not
Lala's
a
super
Kyoto
cool.
thing.
Who's got problems with
I'm so
Lala? She's super nice.
He's with all of this.
I'll find. Austin, honestly, I'll find you the clip. It's
Oh my
I gotta
God.
see this.
Good point.
It's up there with the best.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I've seen Daniel Prado freaking out on videos before.
I think there's
that guy's
multiple
intense.
clips of this guy freaking out.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing this one clip of him talking about the price. Oh man. Oh.
So did the guy that's always in his car, the Safu guy? Does he have like millions in there? Is that why he's so vested? Like, does anyone know?
Dude,
Simon, give him
he
a
probably
ring and
has
offer
his
him a note.
net
Simon.
worth in there. I don't know.
So I don't want to know.
Yeah, see if he wants a note, mate.
Ooh,
Damn.
You
great.
must be catching up on Lala's comments, are you?
Lala, what?
I hate that, man. It's like we want more females in crypto, and when they're in there and they're battling, then there's always someone being just a complete ass to them. I hate that.
It's like
pisses me off.
like insane about all of this, right? Is that when you have these communities that are like a cult-like following around a project, it's so sad to see it. And it's like for people like me that I just like I say what's real, dude. These people are down so much money, and it's like they don't either. They do see it, and they're just like really like desperate to pump their own bags, or it's like they truly are drinking the Kool-Aid. And both of them are just so man, hate to see it, bro. He says, I know Daniel, he's a good guy and true Seifu believer. He bought $15 and sold a chunk at 3. I mean, if he made money, great. But like, burning tokens
I don't
isn't
mind anybody
revolutionary.
being like anybody can be a good guy, and like I'm glad for him if he made some money. But I mean, at the same time, there's a lot of emotion in some of the comments, possibly too much emotion. And I know, like, I mean, me and DK have had chats. I have my emotion on some of the things that went back on the Titan days. However, I mean, these videos are these videos are out there. Like they're maybe that next level up there.
Oh, I got to see this.
Got to see this too.
Yeah, I gotta see it, man. He
The-
rebought later. He's made enough. He's a true believer. I mean, yeah, man, but it's still just like, here's the thing. If you were to tell me, like, this is, and I compare this to everything. If you were to tell me, bro, you're stupid at buying Apple, buy Microsoft, I would just laugh at you and go about my day. I wouldn't sit here and go on a spiel and then do like, oh, DK, you're stupid. Like just go on like personal attacks because you don't invest into XYZ, because that's all it is. We're just investing to make money. We're not here to like I mean, yeah, people make friends along the way because crypto is more intimate than stocks and real estate, but it's still like, what, like where is it benefiting? Like, it shows me how you feel about your own asset that you invest in when people go personal and go crazy over you doing objective opinions. Now, I totally understand if like somebody just came out of the woodwork, it's like, it's a scam, you're stupid, you know what I mean, and then you defend yourself, that's one thing. But if I literally bring up objective concerns about something that isn't revolutionary but you claim is revolutionary, and then you call me just like, you just go crazy and you start yelling, if you can't talk at the same level to me and you start raising your voice, it just instantly tells me you're very self-conscious of the thing you invest in. And then when you start to get personal and throw personal attacks in, you've totally discredited yourself to me, and you're not an investor. You're a cult, either leader or follower, and you need to just go back to drinking Kool-Aid, because I'm not going to take you serious at all. He said, Austin, keep in mind he might also be paid. He probably is, you know?
I never thought about that. Wow.
He probably is. It's probably his livelihood, man. He probably has his whole savings account in there. I don't know.
I think some of the best advice sometimes is like not being that emotionally invested either. It's your investment, isn't it? Like, if you want to sell, you can sell, and nobody should ever give you crap for wanting to sell or taking that time to sell. Do you know what I mean? It's your investment. It's up to you when you get in. It's up to you when you get out.
Peasant for Hire says, yo, why no? Bro, get in here, man. We'll talk about MDB. All right, Peasant for Hire. He's also a crew member. All right. Love me some Peasant for Hire.
Yeah,
they just have hope in it, bro. That's a great point. What Randy just said, they don't really believe, they just have hope. And that's all it is, bro. So many of these people. Let's break this down psychologically. What is Discord mainly used for? It's used for gaming. People used, and why Discord was made, it was used for gaming and gaming communities, so that way people can come and have, you know, make friends, play games, watch, stream it, whatever they want to do, right? And you're mixing a niche of a gaming platform and putting it into something like crypto that controls money. Dude, it's like the perfect combination to and to make people superly emotionally. End of the day, just an asset that you were trying to make money from, and people are like, of crypto DeFi people that are in it for the tech, and the rest of the people just want to make money.
Yeah, but don't you, like, for example, say, like, DK brought up parties earlier. So say you're at a party or a thing, and someone that's anti-crypto kind of starts attacking crypto. Don't you feel a little like no, I want to like state.
Great example. Great example of this. So right before this podcast, I have a really good friend. Go look him up on YouTube. He's a really good friend of mine, Alexander Felice. He has like 600 subscribers, but the dude's amazing, and he deserves way more subscribers. So he's a real estate friend. And we were talking on the phone, and, you know, I was telling him about my crypto stuff because he's really big into real estate, really very little in crypto. We're like polar opposite, which I'm still in real estate, but not as much as him, and vice versa with crypto. And it's like, he's joked with me in the past about crypto and stuff and gave me stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm never going to be like, oh yeah, well, you're stupid, dude. You don't believe in it. You don't like. I'm showing him what the possibility of there is, and then it's up to him to make that decision. But if he wants to make jokes, yeah, we're just joking around. But like, if he came at me like personal, I just laugh, and just because, you know, I'm not. It is what it is. You know, I'm not going to talk somebody into it. I'm not going to give people financial advice. I'm not going to talk someone into why they should. If I have to talk you in to putting your money somewhere, that's already an issue. I'm not a salesman, and no
Yeah,
one
dude.
should act like it.
I say that all the time. Like when people like want me to push their projects, I always have to be like, look, I'm not a salesman. I'm not going to sell your project. I'm going to pick your project apart on camera. And then if you and your project are really good and the merits sell themselves, then you've done what you wanted to do, and I've done what I've wanted to do, which is pick everything apart under a microscope and give as much information to the viewers to make as informed of decisions as possible without me kind of being like, trying to sell them on something, because I'm not a financial advisor. These are financial products, right? I'm just like, I'm thinking, should I put money in this, right? And I want to know as much information. I want to know all the risks. I want to know the rewards. I want to know that risk-reward ratio. And then using my own personal risk tolerance, I'll make my own personal decision about it. And if somebody else wants to do whatever they're going to do, that's on them. But I'm not going to try to push them into it or deceive anybody or mislead people about this stuff. So
I think in the same sense, though, like even Discords can be the same, Alex. Like, I'm a massive advocate, and I know people in here will have seen me say it. Like, if people come in asking questions, like, try your best to answer them. Like, even if it's deep maths or something crazy, you go in too many places these days where people preach about do your own research and ask all these questions. When you go in there and ask questions, you can be met with negativity. Why are you asking these questions? At the end of the day, if these people are coming to put their money there, they have every right to ask these questions. If it was you or I or any of us, if we were going somewhere with a reasonable stack of money that I might have once had before some other projects to put in there, you want to ask questions. Do you know what I mean? You don't. And if you're met with then negativity or why are you asking questions or anything else, it's a big red flag, really, isn't it?
Dude, so point blank, the freaking stable fund situation, right? I was literally in this Discord called Illuminati DeFi. They were literally trying to get an AMA with the guy, and they canceled on them. Then they redid it. And I asked questions. I asked literally 3 simple questions, and I forgot the specifics of how y'all can go and read them. But one, why do you think it would create FUD if you showed the transparent trade logs of the bots if they had a losing trade? Like, every bot loses trades. There's never a 100% win rate. And then I asked other specific ones, but I'm not going to, take y'all's time reading all that. You can go see it. But I was just asking very basic, simple questions. And there were people in the Discord being like, yeah, but I think those questions are like you're trying to dig at something. You're right. You should try to dig at something you're wanting to put your money into, or you're thinking about putting. You should dig, and if you find, and then they were like, but they might find that confrontational. If you literally feel defensive about a simple investment question, I'm not asking you where you live. I'm not asking you what your child's first name is. I'm asking you basic questions that anybody should think of off the top of your head. And if anybody listening, if you see people a part of projects get defensive over basic ones like that, bro, run, sell your stuff, get out of there as quick as you can, because things are probably going to go south. And we've seen that with stable fund. I was asking basic questions, and the theory was that they kept canceling because they didn't want those questions to be perceived as FUD and all that. But I don't know the real answer. But yeah, man, it's just, I don't know why people feel like they have to be these Kool-Aid drinkers out here. I don't know.
Yeah, that stable fund thing, when they wouldn't show any of their trades and they like let everybody on saying, oh, we're going to go to the crypto conference and we'll be there. We're going to show all our trades there. And then like last minute, they're like, well, I'm not going to go, but I'm going to send a representative, and they're not actually going to show the trades. That's just not happening. And I was just like, shoot, man.
Well, remember when we talked about Freeway months ago, Alex, when they were so aggressive. I've never had a project be so aggressive about do a video on us, to the point where it's like,
dude.
So aggressive. And then did you hear that? Turns out some of them are Scientologists. So maybe that's what it was. That's where that aggression came out.
No.
Oh yeah. But it came to the point where it was like, dude, they were so aggressive to the point where it was like, oh my God. Like, and one of the things that you brought up that reminded me of that right now is when I kept asking them for, can whatever you guys are doing behind the scenes, can you give us more information, all this stuff? Never. There was nothing ever there. Like, it was like, yeah, and never nothing. And like, it was just like one of those things where it was like, the red flags were there because certain questions were asked, and we were having questions between us, right? Like, hey, have you talked to this guy about that? Have you? And it's so funny because what Austin just said really reminded me of that. Like, the red flags are there sometimes, but like Dow King said earlier, you can ask the questions and just get BS answers, and then so it's like it makes it really hard. It really, really hard.
It does, and especially if they're like a likable person and you want to be trusting that they're not lying to you. Like, I still even have to give a disclaimer to people I like and consider my friends. I'm like, this is still DeFi. This person could be lying to me, even though I like them and consider them my friend. I give that disclaimer. Like, that's as crazy of a disclaimer as you get, because I have been lied to my face by people out here who are like super charismatic and nice to me. Dude, that Eric guy from Liquid Capital, he would tell me he loved me like almost daily, like, I love you, bro, da. And like,
fuck that guy.
And he lied to my face and stuff multiple times.
Fuck that guy.
So that's like one of the sociopaths, kind of like, and I'm going to make an assumption that you have to be a sociopath to do that. Like that
Fair.
they exist
That's
out
fair.
here, and they're actually attracted to this space because there's a lot of money if you can lie to people.
So
right?
We got breaking news. We need to have
Oh.
like a freaking breaking news alert here. So I'm looking, because we were talking about stable fund and what your podcast people are asking. So I'm in the stable fund Telegram. Apparently, the funds that were going to be refunded to stable fund people got moved to a centralized exchange. So like literally like $19 million or something like that.
What?
Yeah, and I'm asking for the transaction right now. I was like, hey, does anybody have the
Dude.
transaction that people are talking about so we can take a look at it? We're on a podcast.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So there's
investors like in our discords at the minute as well. I know some of them are in it for 6 figures, like, and they're hoping things pull out well. But
dude,
that
I was
doesn't- that
watching
doesn't
people
look
on
promising,
YouTube
does it?
putting like 60 grand into this thing, bro. Like, oh man. Where are
and
we
it's-
reading that in Discord? No, it's on Telegram, Dave.
And that reminds me of another thing about Freeway, and I'm starting to notice that it happens with a lot of them. And Freeway was actually very clear about this, and it's why you guys are going to hate me for saying this, but in some ways, Freeway didn't scam because they told everyone what they're going to do. They did it. They basically said, Freeway said, once we have the funds, we are not legally obligated to give them back to you. Alex, you and I talked about that. Remember when I told you? Did he tell you this during the pre-interview
did.
thing? And
He
I was like,
did.
dude, what? He's like, we are not legally obligated. Once you send us the money, it's ours. And I was just like,
And he's
So-
like, we're working with this whatever prime, broker trader
where are my notes?
hedge fund, and he's like, don't worry, all the funds are ring fenced in this account, and that account is ring fenced and insured and all this stuff. However, and I'm like, all right, so if something goes wrong, will those funds go to the back to the participants like me? And he's like, well, that depends on what we decide to do. He's like, that ring fence protection is only for our protection if this whatever prime, was it AccuPrime or something like that, fund messes up their trades and black swan event, they get wrecked, right? And the funds are protected in the ring fenced account, insured. And then I'm like, all right, so then you guys will distribute those funds back to us in that situation. And he's like, well, not necessarily. If we determine that's the right thing to do, then we will. But if not, we don't technically have to. And I'm like, that's weird. And then he's like, so are you going to push our referral link? And I'm like, hell no. What? I don't know, man. I'm like, no, like, if you want me to do a video with you, you got to pay me for my time and labor, basically, right? I'm going to put a ton of hours into making a video with you. Like, at least compensate me for like my hourly wage, basically. Like, that's the minimum I ask. And then he's like, well, no, we don't pay anybody like that. We'll give you a referral link and you can make a ton of money. We got these influencers making so much money off our referral links. And I'm like, bro, I don't do referral links, man. Screw that. I'm fine with people who do, by the way.
Referral links don't pay for the geese to be fed, do they, Alex?
No, and it's not guaranteed, right? If I take a job and it's gonna take me 20 hours, that's like a half a week's work in the 40-hour work week world, right? So like 20 hours of work for me is, if I'm not getting compensated for that, like I'm like, something's wrong. I'm pissed, right? I'm not gonna do that for the hope of an affiliate link on some financial project that this dude could just rug, right? So like, screw that. Like, I don't trust that you guys. And nothing wrong with referral links, by the way. I actually have a business doing Amazon affiliate links for products that I actually buy and use, and I write blog articles about it. But my Amazon product isn't going to rug your ass, right? Like, if I sell you a camera that I'm using for my YouTube channel because I like it, and you use my link and I get 3% or whatever from that, like, my camera is not going to rug you. But Freeway could, right? Like, admittedly, they could. I don't know, man. That was my whole experience with them. That was probably way too much information that I just shared about how that stuff works behind the scenes. But like,
no, I think it's important to tell people what's happening behind the scenes. Like, keep going,
Dude.
This is great.
Projects, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, being a content creator, if you invest into these crazy DGen projects and you see them like boasting their marketing and, oh my God, marketing, and then they got those little eye emojis, or they talk about marketing in any way, shape, or form, I'm gonna tell y'all, the marketing is trash. I'm gonna say the project's name because it's a slow bleed and it looks like absolute trash. So this project called Helena Finance. Okay, they reached out to me yesterday. I literally told, like, I want to show y'all because this is so funny, dude. I'm so sick of these terrible projects wasting people's money. So I'm just gonna. So this project right here, right, Helena Finance. So I was like, they reached out to me and was like, hey, blah blah blah. Would you like to? And I looked it up and I seen some YouTubers talking about them and stuff. They have like 5,100 followers, and they were like, I was like, so how do you make the money? How's the revenue to pay passive income? Basically, they did this very long spiel of how they're so great and all this stuff, and basically it's just a Ponzi. They're literally just relying on taxes to pay the money. So I said, I'm good. This is slow bleed, zero revenue, like just literally just stop. So I tell them this, right? I tell them like, this is literally bullcrap. What do I get on Instagram? Literally like today, after telling them how terrible it is, it's like they don't even pay attention, bro. It's like they literally, hold on. Is it still here? Yep, it's still here. 6 hours ago. Who messages me on Instagram? Helena Financial's Instagram. Hi, this is blah, blah, blah. Would you like to? It's like, dude, they don't know what the heck they're talking about. And they're just deceiving you all. Like, they're making it look like they're doing this cutting edge marketing or whatever. All they're doing is spamming a bunch of content creators on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and hoping some of them reply to them. That's all they're doing. Like, that's not marketing. Anybody can do that. That's just like telemarketing, but with social media.
Dude, it's
so
crazy.
Stay away from Helena Financial, everybody. That's one of them I'll give you there.
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
Well, they're in their
Man.
V2, bro. They're going to the moon. They're V2. It's going to the moon.
I even reached out to Austin to find out how much videos are and things like that, and I got I don't do that shit anymore. Back off him. He was like, not anymore.
See,
mate.
bro,
I'm not fucking.
You said you're Tom? Yeah, we've talked.
Benjamin B. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the same reaction. I'm like, oh, I know you.
He's like,
I tell you, everybody knows
anymore.
Tom, whether they realize it or not. Everybody knows him.
Yeah, you were. I'm having a break from that crap. I can't be dealing with that anymore. And to be honest, mate, I don't blame any of you. Like, after
Stable Fund just called me, by the way, on Telegram.
So
tell
the
him
hell,
to send 120. Tell him to send 120K to Croc.
Yeah, for
Wait,
real.
Croc, are you being serious or are you joking, bro?
Don't mess with my dude Croc, man. That's 120K is. Oh,
He's not kidding.
dude, that's crazy, man.
Jesus Christ, man.
I also had another
EAM
community member
YouTube channel and Twitter. I was like, hey, we're literally live right now talking about freaking Stable Rug. Oh, here we go. Alan. Okay, Alan just DM'd me on Telegram. I don't know if you're watching. Shout out to Alan. They just dropped me. This is a wallet. I was told the transfers are low enough to avoid needing KYC. Can I share my screen?
Yeah, absolutely.
So everybody can see all the stuff going on here. Okay, so Alan just sent me this Mexi. Oh, Alan, you got to send me the actual transaction hash, bro, because when you have transactions going to centralized exchanges, so this is going to Mexi, by the way, and they do that to like hide. So what you just sent me was literally just the wallet to Mexi. So you got to find, if anybody here wants to help out, you got to find the actual transaction hash that
Alex
is used to send money.
Oh my God, Tom equals total or Maxi.
I know. Alex is shaking his head like he could see something else.
Oh yeah, Croc, dude. I feel so bad for Croc. I've known Croc for like months out here now. He's a nice guy. He just said he put in every dollar he had in a stable fund, dude.
Man.
Oh my God. Dude.
Brutal.
That's scary, dude.
Do you have the actual transaction?
Oh, here. I think I'm paused.
I've got some other community
Okay.
members that reached out to me freaking out about the stable fund too. Like people are freaking out about it, man.
We've now had 3 different questions on Spring Game. And I forgot to bring it up earlier. What's the latest there?
I think so
You
they've been
saw Hash in Dubai.
Yeah. I hung out with Hash for a whole week. She's a sweetheart, by the way. She's really, really nice person, and like she's like broken up about the whole tokenomics thing and like the community situation, but they're still building. She's like, I'm not going to stop building this mobile app. I'm going to get it out there, and the people who are still holding those NFTs, I'm going to, with the mobile app, with the plan to use that to generate the revenue to keep paying out to the NFT holders and all that. So they're building, and they just posted a bunch. I retweeted something they did with mock-ups of like the mobile game they're developing. It looks pretty cool. So they're working, but yeah, the tokenomics imploded on those tree NFTs, right? That was unsustainable. Like the people who got in early, like made, I didn't make my initial back on my trees. But I knew that risk going into it. So, kind of a unfortunate situation there, but they're still building the mobile app. So I don't know if the tree NFTs are paying out anything at this point. I know the liquidity is basically gone. Is that right, Austin?
Yeah, there's about $200 in it at the minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm getting getting DMs from Cree. Thank you, Cree. She is actually messaging me. Okay, here's the wallet. Okay, now I'll share my screen here. So now we got some definitive stuff here, because I want everybody to have this info so that way they can go and do more research, because I do not have time to go on the blockchain right now hunting for all this. But so BSC scan, so that way we can drop that. The Dow King, I expect a video by tomorrow, please. All of this, if you're still watching. All right, so basically what happened was the contract on Stable Fund for the past like a day or two, it was like slowly going down, and Michael, the leader of Stable Fund, Ray, Michael, bro, the guy has like 2 different first freaking names, and everybody's like, oh no, it's okay. So the guy, Michael, he was claiming that he had trading bots that was, feeding these 1.5% a day returns. Well, he was saying that because the contract was going down too much, it was affecting the trades. Well, here's the first thing. Everybody, I got banned from Spring Games. We'll get into that here in a minute, Rybear. So the reason why this is a load of bullcrap, I use bots. Anybody that uses trading bots knows how full of bullcrap it is. That BUSD contract, the Matic contract, and the BNB contract, that was just a place if I were to use bots, or in theory or whatever, that was just a place to hold funds. The actual bucket of money that these bots were pulling into, if it was a bot, that wouldn't be affected. He even was talking about this on Telegram. He was using this bucket of money from the BUSD contract, the Matic contract. He was using those as injections into these bots. So if the contract was going down, it would have no effect on the bots' performance, because that was a separate bucket of money that these bots were pulling from to use. And if they were like bots, like say API bots, where they trade on your centralized exchange on your behalf, like basically like that, if that were the case, they would still be using different contracts. They wouldn't be using this BUSD contract that anybody can pull money out of. No one would do that. And the reason why I know that's true is because he said this in the past. He would always go on Telegram saying, hey, we're doing a $500,000 injection, or we're doing an X amount injection, because he was claiming that he was doing an injection into the actual fund that these bots pulled money from. So he's contradicting himself right there. It makes absolutely no sense. So why are people suddenly that they're taking profit? Why is that such a big deal of the bots? And then now he just caught himself up in another lie, where he's literally saying that, I got to give my traders the weekend off. So he was giving them the weekend off or whatever a couple days ago. And it's like, wait a minute. I thought you were using bots. Where did these magical traders come from? I thought you were using bots, bro. So the whole thing, yeah, he said the API bots was pulling from the contract. You can't have, in no way, shape, or form, because that would be contradicting what he said altogether. The bots that are the API bots would not be using the same contract that all of us have access to pull money out of. That wouldn't work, because one, it just makes no sense. And two, he's proven himself wrong, contradicting himself by saying he's doing these injections. He would be doing these injections. Then why would that bot be? The only thing he would be injecting is money into his own wallet or something. Where's these injections going? If that's what this is going for, right? So the whole thing just makes no sense. That's the whole story in a nutshell. Now, Rybear was asking, because I'm on a spill here, because I gotta get off this horse. Rybear said I was banned in the Spring Games Discord. Yes. Mm-hmm. So obviously I've never met Hash in person. Alex says she's a good person, all that, which she very well could be. But here's the thing that I do not agree with what she did. Okay. You can be a great person, but you can still do bad things, and you can still make mistakes, whether you admit to or not. Now, this is what is completely wrong with what Spring Games did. The day, it's on Twitter. They probably deleted it by now. I should have took a screenshot. The day they were marketing V3 on Spring Games, like super hard, saying, oh my God, go mint your maple trees, blah, blah, blah. That same day, they go on, and keep in mind, they were marketing V3 for like a week or two. They announce on Discord they basically the LMS is running dry. This couldn't be a shocker, okay? So if your LMS is running dry, you would probably have known for that at least a few days in advance. So why in the world would you be marketing that this is just being so successful? You're deceiving your people, whether you are trying to or not. Either way is really dangerous. And it's like, you're playing with people's money, and you're playing with people's livelihoods, because yes, DeFi is a gamble, but a lot of people don't take that advice, and they put their entire freaking net worth into DeFi. And then that in return, you're hurting people. So yeah, that's why I got banned, because I was basically asking them these hard questions, and they didn't want to answer them. I
agree that marketing those maple trees right up until they announced the liquidity is basically gone was irresponsible. And Hash, I asked her about this in person, and she's like, it was a tough situation, because the only way to save the project and the liquidity was getting more funds to come in, because that was our main source of revenue. Like, they had other smaller sources of revenue, but the main source of revenue to add to their liquidity manager was people buying new NFTs. So like their last basically Hail Mary was to have like an influx of demand of people buying these new NFTs to put a whole bunch more money back into the liquidity management system. And if at any point they alluded to, hey, by the way, the liquidity manager is really low on funds, things might not be looking great, then the whole project will tank instantly because confidence will be lost, right? So it would crash the entire project instantly. So it was like, it's a weird situation. And a lot of these projects are like this, where they can't announce, like they gotta like play their, I don't know. It's not great. So I was trying to think of a way, like what's a good communication plan that projects in that situation where they're relying on demand at this phase to generate the majority of their incoming revenue, what's a good communication plan where it's like, if they know they have a 2-week runway left at the current pace, like how do they communicate that with people without creating a panic sell-off, which would kill the project instantly almost? Like, what's the best way to communicate that, to have like either to save it and be like, can we like gather together and rally around and like everybody kind of do a push into this thing? But, you know, game theory, people are going to be like, no, I need to get mine out immediately as fast as I can. So like, I don't think there's a good answer to that. And it was like she was between a rock and a hard place, but I agree. It's not, they shouldn't have been pushing
easy
the marketing like that.
The answer is too easy. If you're doing a V3 where you're marketing it like this all the way up until you realize that you're failing, well, for one, they didn't spend the money in the first place. That money was probably still raised, or if they were burning that money, they should have told. I don't know what that V3 money is used for, so I can't speak on that piece. But either way, if they were putting that money somewhere, sitting in a wallet or whatever, if they realized it was failing, cut it off. First and foremost, okay, pause trading. Announce to everybody V3 was unsuccessful because we was counting on it to bolster our LMS, whatever. We're doing refunds 1-to-1 ratio because we marketed like it was being successful. Win the people's trust by showing you actually mean business, by giving the money back to the people. And then if anybody wants to continue on our journey, let's open trading back up and continue where it was. But sitting here like acting like they were just in the right.
That's actually a good idea of how to handle a situation. Legit pause
like
trading
for Node Runner, right? I'm not trying to
yeah.
shill my project. I'm just, guys, I'm shaking because I hate it. This is literally, it just pisses me off, dude. So if we didn't raise, we're only raising $20,000. We're already almost meeting our quota. We literally launched today. If we didn't raise the minimum threshold to get a DAG node, a Constellation node, we would just give the money back. It's like, it's that simple. Like, what Spring Game did is like, if we did Node Runner, we were say lagging on for like 2-3 weeks and we just couldn't raise the money. And then we're like, well, you know, we worked a lot on it. We're probably actually going to only give you 50% of your money back because, you know, it's like, it's too easy of an answer.
You're giving me PTSD, Austin.
It's too easy of an answer, bro.
Yeah, no, I think pausing trading a couple, like when they knew they had like 2 or 3 weeks out, pause trading and just be like, look, I don't think we can salvage this with increased demand, because they did have multiple revenue streams, but they were inkling at that point, right? They hadn't grown to the point with their like seed program and also with their like store and stuff, and the mobile app is not ready still. They should have paused it and just airdropped it back equally to the people, especially the people who hadn't ROI'd yet, because some people had ROI'd on those cherry trees, especially like the silvers and especially like the premium trees, like the rare ones or whatever. They were making crazy rewards that weren't sustainable. And like Warfi, for instance, they're like, Jason's kind of taken that lesson there and used that to basically build his tokenomics model in a hopefully more sustainable way. Like, these are all experiments, right? Like, so hopefully that model is like a better, more sustainable thing, where it's like capped at 2x the value of the NFT, and then like with the taxes and the ammo packs, you really only get like 140% back. So that should be, instead of like an unlimited lifetime on these NFTs that print 1 to 2% a day forever. That's not sustainable, basically, for anything. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's a learning lesson for like everybody, especially project owners, developers, like wanting to launch a DeFi project. Like, sustainable tokenomics is hard to get right, and also hard to make desirable for all the DeFi degens in a way. Like, you know, that's why everybody got in a stable fund, right? Because it's like 1.5% per day. That's crazy. That's not sustainable. I don't care what trading bots you say you're using. Like, if anybody's a trading bot that's doing 1.5% a day, they're a trillionaire if that runs for like 2 or 3 years, right? Like,
well, like I tell people, these trading bots, if you're a good trader, you're not going to you're not going to get the same returns of a good trader. A good trader will outperform a trading bot. A trading bot is for somebody that's a little more new or wants to do stuff passively, and not even to do it 100% passive. You should never run a trading bot passively. But for me, it gets me into good positions and good entries sometimes because there's never a 100% win rate. And then if I'm like, okay, I'm happy with this 3% that it made on this trade, I'll just manually close it. Yeah, you can let it close on your own, but you can just do it like that. But an active trader will always outperform even the best of bots because they're there looking at the charts. They have experience. They know the macro. They don't just know the algorithm that's been programmed into them. That's why they're always going to do that. DK said, "What's the link to Node Runner?" Here, I'll send you the link, bro.
I just bought one of those Node Runners today.
We literally have 5 NFTs left, guys. I just looked at the contract.
Oh, no way.
Holy crap. We're about
Hey,
to mint out, bro.
Len asked twice if actual refund any part of the money, or is that just a lie? Who wants to answer that?
What's that, for a spring game? Or for a stable fund?
I think it's for stable fund. Lena, if you want to
fund.
let us, I'm pretty sure it's stable fund.
I think they said they were going to, but like, I don't know what is happening right now. So I've heard multiple things. Austin, are you closer to that situation?
What's the question? Dow King, I just dropped the link in the chat.
If
what is it?
Stable fund, are they going to give part of the money back or what's?
Dude, while you
one.
all were talking, I got 2 different people. One doesn't want me to give me their name, and they said they'll tell me about the stolen passport, fake fiduciary wallet, and the something else. I think they misspelled. And then I got someone else. I don't know if they want me to give the name. They're sending me these transactions, and I'm trying to make sense of them all before I put them on here, so that way it kind of has a little bit of context. But basically, right now, I don't know if I can confirm this because I can't find stuff. The money has been sent to a MEXC central exchange wallet from the blockchain, from their wallet, and it says, and this is 2 different people's confirmed this, that the transfers were low enough to avoid needing KYC. So if that tells you, and the team has been quiet like all day. Now what doesn't make sense is if you go to the stable fund Telegram. Hold up. They said, taxi cabs. They said, and bullcrap taxi cabs on your next. I think they're in here watching, so they're like correcting what he faked the London taxi cabs with the ads on the side. He faked everything and also fixed the ad company. Bro,
oh my
this
God.
Is nuts. Okay, well,
I'll be right back.
Whoever. Okay, yeah. But yeah. So basically, what happened, and I'm still looking through all this stuff. They're going below what they've said in the Telegram. They said this was literally today at 9:20 a.m. my time. So this morning, they said, this is the developer of Stable Fund, like the person that's in charge of like doing the refund and stuff. They were talking about how they were apologizing that the refund amount was actually, the calculation was wrong and it should be higher. So they're working on getting that fixed right now. And this was this morning at 9:20 a.m. My time. And right now it's 8:30. So literally about 12 hours ago, 13 hours ago. So it's like, none of this makes sense. I mean, unless they're literally just completely running, which is probably a possibility. Like, why would they put it in a centralized exchange? Yeah.
Right. On that note, it's nearly 2:00 in the morning here.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, man.
No, thanks for having me, lads. It's good to talk to us. I need another catch up with Alex. To be fair, he's been like missing in action for ages, and then as soon as he's got back from Dubai, now he's full of work all the time and busy yet again. So,
yes, sir. We'll have a good night's sleep, man.
Yeah. Cheers for having us, lads. Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right. Take care. Damn, a lot going on.
Yeah, this stream really took a turn, didn't it? Oh my goodness gracious. We have a whistleblower. Yeah, it looks like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. And see, this is the weird thing with like rugs and stuff. If anybody, I hope they use that. Kev said, I hope they use Cyril's referral link for the Mexi. Bro, can you imagine someone trading with $19 million using a referral link? Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious. I missed that one.
Now, and that is the thing with Mexi as well. I don't know how BitGet works, Enrique, but it's 20 Bitcoin a day you can withdraw without a
20.
KYC.
Same. It's the exact same thing. Yeah.
So they got, man, that's crazy.
I'm back. Did I miss anything? I almost peed my pants, dude. I've just been like chugging coffee like a maniac.
I know. We've been on for, in 10 seconds, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Amazing.
We have so many people watching live right now across all the different platforms.
We were up to like 50 a second ago, like 5 minutes ago.
Dude, I'm streaming this. I'm streaming this on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. I'm streaming this on 4 different platforms, and just on YouTube, it's over 30 people viewing on just my YouTube.
Yeah, you're at 29 right now. Yeah,
this is crazy, dude.
Okay, so I got a message again from the same person. We'll leave anonymous here. They said they've been monitoring this for months, actually, and remember when I was talking about the injections? So the injections that they were doing into the bot. They said every time he pretended to withdraw millions of dollars from the BUSD contract to fund the third wallet, which was supposed to be manually funded because he was pretending to trade on the MT4 platform, it's fairly certain he was just offboarding that money. Many of us was just watching the blockchain and watched that money go through a little trail of 25 grand chunks into MEXC. Because I was asking them how, like, did they work with the team? Like, how did they know all this stuff? And they said myself and some people have been watching for months. The mock-up on the first, so I'm not sure what the taxi cab. I'm assuming they're talking about like a taxi cab, like ad that you see like in New York City. The mock-up of the first taxi was a stock photo that was altered. He paid for cab driver. Okay, so again, this is all like we don't have definitive proof. I'm just telling you what people are DMing me. They said that he paid for cab drivers to dress up their cab for 5-minute video in the middle of nowhere. He found a location based on the building in the background. It was supposed to be 500 taxi cabs in the London advertising for Stable Fund. And then he did buy, okay, so they said he did buy the 24-hour ad in Times Square, but that probably cost him $5,000, which is a cup of coffee, considering he has taken millions away from us. Oh my God, dude.
By the way, guys, I think we should change the name of the show to Rec News. I really do.
Rec News is fantastic. I love it.
So good.
Yeah, but then I don't want to be tied to always talking about negative idiots out here.
Yeah.
It's just a funny name, though.
DeFi says, speaking of Eric, when was the last time anyone's hurt? Bro, I don't even care about that guy. Screw him. Little fucker. I want to go to Australia I'm not even going to talk anymore. Does anyone know what Michael looks like?
Oh.
Okay, so
Alex might.
Who, Michael from Stable Fund?
Oh no, the Titano guy, right?
Oh, that's David.
Oh, David, yeah. God.
Dow King says, Austin, I can't buy your NFT. Okay, yes. So that's one of the things that makes us different. Bro, you should have been in some of our AMAs, man. You'd know this. So you can't get the NFT isn't open to the public. So you have to be a Cardinal crew member. It's a private one. It helps with legalities. We're not like it kind of helps with the SEC as far as like being a security. We're not open to the public for anybody to get into. You have to be a Cardinal crew member.
No one knows what's a security, what's not. We still don't know. Nobody knows.
Dude, we don't know. But we're trying to be
after everyone, and we don't even know. He doesn't even know.
Precautious as possible. Okay, and also we want it to be close knit. We don't want to be some crazy hyped thing where people think they're going to get rich tomorrow, be a part of it and stuff. SEC not looking at your NFT. Yeah, dude, you're right, but I'm going to be safe, you know? Going to be safe about it.
Yeah, you never know. What if they unleash those 87,000 IRS agents on all of DeFi?
I mean, if you want to be a Cardinal crew member, just shoot me a DM on Discord and I'll it's literally $25 a month and you get access to that plus all the other stuff we do.
Okay,
Do we even have any left?
Dowking's freaking out because he can't get one right now. So he's like, so
do we even have any left? Hold on, let me refresh the contract. We might be minted
it's
out.
almost
Oh,
out.
you might be done. Yeah.
So maybe somebody in the community that bought a couple might be able to sell him one aftermarket.
Now here's what's cool about these NFTs, right? Austin wears condoms for sure. What is wrong with y'all? So what's cool about these NFTs is why there's kind of a more incentive to get these than in the future is you get a guaranteed whitelist spot for the future NFT raises. So we're literally raising 20 grand, one DAGSoft node, whatever's left of the raise. We don't pocket any of it. We're not taking team fees. We're not doing nothing like that. The rest is going to be distributed on the first month of distributions for the DAG and, just the excess money split evenly amongst all the NFTs. And, then so say, okay, great, we have this amazing demand. We're literally minted out in less than a day. We're going to do another one, say a month from now after everything goes good. And maybe we'll do 40 grand instead of 20 grand. We'll get 2 DAGSoft nodes. So we'll slowly scale as the business grows. You get a guaranteed whitelist on all future raises. If the first NFT phase is gives you a guaranteed whitelist for future.
Interesting.
Like a scammer that you can see. What's up? What's up, Alex?
Are they minted out? Because I don't see how many. I think that's internal information in the Cardinal House server.
Oh no! So all you do is you pull up the contract. You go to read contract, and it's line 3. It says,
Okay.
let me refresh.
See what the last ID was that was minted.
Yeah, it's 188. So we got, what is that math wise? 22. So we got.
Okay, not bad. Pocket
Jojo
Aces,
just told me.
sell them one for 200.
Jojo just told me there's 8 left. I think it's not updating as fast because Matic might be, Matic gets, sometimes it gets congested or something.
Oh man, the stable fund Telegram's just like blowing up right now with.
Yeah, dude, I told people we were live.
Stream.
Is it good or bad? I don't even know. I haven't checked. I'm scared to check.
I don't know, man. I'm freaking out.
Okay, so I have hello, mate. Does anyone have the transaction address? Oh my gosh, freaking scammers, bro. I think I've been blocked from the Stable Fund Discord.
Really?
Yep, I've been blocked from Stable Fund Discord.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Can anybody tell me what's going on?
So did you guys see the email that they sent out to everybody? Did you read that? So a few days ago, they said they withdrew all the funds from the 3 contracts, Matic, BUSD, and BNB, to protect everybody's capital. And so, yeah. And then they're saying they're going to put it back or something like that in so many words. I don't know. It just seems super sketchy and I don't know, man. And I got community members saying they like can't access their like stable fund wallets and stuff, and the customer service is like no help to them, and they just can't access any of their funds because of that. So it's like it's super weird that they have their own like wallet thing. Yeah, I feel like that's just another abstracted layer to give them more control and plausible deniability, and it kind of muddy the waters a bit. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong because I know people. I got friends in there with money in it. Yeah. So they're going to be launching their V2 platform. Yeah, dude.
Let me ask, did we mint out? So I got another message from the person and they said, oh yeah, because everybody remembers the fiduciary wallet, right? The fiduciary wallet has like $30 million or whatever. So they said the fiduciary wallet, they sent a video of the fiduciary wallet of showing the balance. It turns out it was a testnet wallet. He faked it. People noticed that because the USD amount didn't match the token Ethereum. And he said, oh, MetaMask glitched. It happens all the time. And he pulled the video down.
Stop. I've never had MetaMask glitch like that.
Oh, man.
What the hell? So this says, if you invested 10,000 BUSD on the platform and never took any profits out, you will be refunded your original investment of 10,000 BUSD. If you invested 10,000 BUSD in the platform and have taken 4,000 out, you'll be refunded the balance amount of your original, which is 6,000 BUSD. If you invested 10,000 and have withdrawn 10,000 already or more, no refund will be issued to you. Original invested capital does not include the rewards you have compounded over the course of time. Also, it does not matter if your investment in stable fund was in a single deposit. How and when will I be getting my refund? You don't have to do anything to get your refund. We are currently running that script at the back end, which will calculate the original invested capital for each wallet and refund the amount automatically back into the same wallet. It does not matter which wallet type you use to invest in stable fund, Ledger, stable fund wallet, MetaMask, etc. The original wallet used to stake will be refunded. There are over 3 million transactions on the contract, so we expect the scripts to finish running by the 31st of October. Once the script is done, we will start issuing the refunds. Kindly allow us a 4 to 6 week time frame for everyone. Remember, we have to refund over 25,000 investors. And has stable fund come to an end? As Michael has mentioned in many of his AMAs, stable fund is here to stay. However, stable fund runs and who we take on as investors will change. They'll be making version 2. Unlike the current platform, we won't accept anyone and everyone as investors. There'll be strict guidelines and possible interviews that potential investors will have to go through before allowing them as new investors onto the V2 platform. We'll learn from our experience and only bring in serious and valuable members as investors to our V2 platform. So,
That's
I don't know. God, I hope that they do refund everybody their initial, because
my God.
like my buddy Croc out there,
120. Yeah.
dude, that's like my house, bro. Like
the developer of Stable One is literally still in the chat messaging too. So
yeah, I see that.
All of this is so confusing, bro. Like none of this makes sense. The only none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. Can someone make it make sense?
Nope.
No.
Super unstable protocol. Absolutely, Tom. Thank you for coming on, bro. It's nice actually meeting you digitally.
Tom's a good dude. I schedule private video calls with him just to like stay in the loop on all the stuff that's going on. He's in a lot of groups out here. He knows a lot about what's going on.
It's amazing how much he knows.
For sure. He's been around since like early DeFi scandals, like some stuff that like CoffeeZilla exposed back in the day. Like he was involved in investigations on some of that stuff. Like he's been out here, man. Yeah.
He's funny though. He just doesn't, if it's not like kind of a degen DeFi kind of play, he doesn't seem as interested. It's funny after all these years, I guess. He just likes the degen stuff. Well, a few people asked about MDB because we hadn't talked about MDB yet.
Yeah, I got an AMA with them tomorrow.
Well, there you go. What questions do you guys want Alex to ask?
Yeah, if you guys got questions, I'll add them to my list. It's not going to be a live AMA just because like my internet and my power way out here in the country goes on and off sometimes. Tonight's been a good night, but so it's going to be just like I'm going to interview them privately, edit the video, take out any internet drops, audio issues. I'm going to post it probably 24 to 36 hours afterwards. But if anybody's got any really, really good questions, I will definitely consider adding that into my list. I've got quite a list of questions going. So
yeah, the whole live AMA thing is so risky. I mean, just
it's
it could
so
really
risky.
blow up in your face. And I don't know.
As we saw with like two of our guests tonight, technical
example.
issues
Yeah.
If that was an AMA with them, it would have been shot, right? We would have had to reschedule and yeah.
This is really funny. How do rebates tokens work? MetaMask glitched.
Oh man,
MetaMask glitch. Oh my god.
guys, please just stop putting your money into this stuff. Like, just stop putting your money into this stuff, man.
Or if you decide to gamble on this stuff, like spread it out. Don't go all in on
Don't treat it
anything.
like a long-term thing. I mean, I was telling Dow King and people in his Discord, like you can make money in Ponzi schemes and all this stuff, right? But you like don't treat it like a long-term play. Like I was seeing these YouTubers, bro. I'm not gonna, name shame these YouTubers. There were YouTubers putting 60, 70, 80 grand into this stuff where they were, like what's the word?
Did they
like,
show it? Did they show? Did they say
they were
did,
they
or
were
they're
sharing
showing
their
it?
screen, like,
Okay.
showing them taking deposits out, like really just basically being like, yo, I'm making $1,000 a day, I'm making $1,000 a day. And and some people did make a ton of money. This ran on for like 7 months, but like they were treating it like it was like their end all be all, and they're set for the rest of their life. Like they weren't getting their ROI. And then, well, some of them probably were getting their ROI, but like they were putting more money into it, plugging it in, reinvesting. And it's just like, dude, you can't like make your money, man, and just sit on house money. I don't know, man.
Yeah. And geez, like I like Pelton's method. I know Pelton, he gets crap for like putting money in everything, but he puts a little bit of money in all these projects. And then if some fail, it's not the end of his portfolio. His portfolio is still overall profitable, chugging along. Now, he did take a heavy loss in yield nodes. But even with that, his portfolio is still like in the positive with his crypto stuff. It's crazy. But like I would love for him to do what he's been talking about, making like an NFT project of his own, where he basically just puts money into like all these DeFi projects spread out, totally super diversified, and then like the aggregate result generally has been positive for his portfolio. I don't have the capital like he does to put money in everything, right? I have to be super selective about which projects I put a little bit into. But if he had an NFT project like that, I would totally buy that NFT to get exposure to everything in DeFi, right?
Interesting.
I think that'd be a cool project.
Jason asks, what's the best way to get into MDB? Is it a good time to get into MDB? I mean, it's hard to say. There's so many different ways to answer that. Look who's joining us, guys, but no video.
No shit, DK.
What's up, man? What if it's like somebody else and they just put DK on their profile?
Oh my god, it's on-chain crypto, isn't it?
It's actually Michael from Stable Fund.
He's having issues. Hopefully he'll get back in there. No, Justine, it's I think we're all very bullish on MDB long term. There's so many different ways to play it though, with so many options where it's almost a little confusing. Alex has a very, very specific way of doing things. Austin has his way of doing things. It's kind of hard to answer that. What's up, DK?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What is up, guys?
What's up, man?
Yeah. Now the party's getting started.
Hold on. I'm still having technical. Oh, there we go. All right. I got it. You guys are having a good conversation here.
Man, we're having a bunch of good conversations.
Yeah,
bro.
you guys having a good conversation.
Almost
Have
3
you been-
hours of conversation.
Have you been tuned in the whole time?
No, I came in like about an hour. I thought you guys are gonna be over, but you guys are just going and go. I'm just doing work, listening to you guys, but you guys are having a really good combo. Like,
Dude,
really
Is that your
good.
crown? Is that the crown on the top of the printer?
There's
The
like
God
4
the
crowns.
King.
I have many crowns.
Oh my god.
He has one for each
Pure
outfit,
gold.
so they all match his shoes.
Many crowns.
And they're all pure gold.
Well, this one's like ceramic. This one's really expensive. This one's like really nice.
Nice.
But
Max glitch.
so yeah, I'm down like I'm also down like about 4 G's in stable fund, but like it was an obvious scam. I got into knowing it. I told everyone at my group We called it Stable Rug. And I said, you know, it is what it is. Like you can take the risk to get into it, and hopefully it lasts more than 28 days. And it didn't.
Yep.
Yeah. And I watched your videos on it, and you said, like, I got in early. This is my plan. 28 days. I'm going to take out my initial, let it ride. And yeah, you were very clear about that. So I was telling people, if you're going to get in a stable fund, like, expect it to rug at any moment, right? It's just
right. And I literally took out 80% of my funds that night when Freeway rugged. Then I was sitting on my couch going to myself, and I made a video that said Freeway, $160 million lost on Freeway, is stable fund next, and people were talking crap to me, and I was like, you know what, probably stable fund is next, and I withdrew my money literally 5 hours before stable fund stopped it.
I saw you did that. I saw you you're like, I just pulled my money out of stable fund, and then the next day stable fund was like, we're locking it all down. I'm like, what kind of luck is that? You've got insider information, don't you, Dow King?
You know, when you're around this stuff long enough, stuff starts to add up, right? We're in this stuff, and it's like you start looking at it and you start going, you're putting the X and the Y together, and you're going, this isn't looking good. And I was watching the balance. Anything you're in, guys, always watch the treasury balance. The treasury balances tell a big story.
Bro, what did
We've been doing
I
that with
tell you?
Horde.
What did I tell you in your what did I tell you in your Discord, dude?
Yeah.
What happened?
I was doing TA on the on the contract balance. 40% as a joke, 40% as a joke, 60% being serious. Because it was like, you know, dipping, going back up, dipping, going, and it was like I was like, I think I gave it like 20 to 30 days left of survival, and they just said, nah, screw it, we're taking it before it gets to that point.
I mean, what it sounds like is they're just making sure no one knows who they are so they can run with the bag.
Yeah. Someone asked earlier, has anyone ever seen this Michael guy? Like, have they seen his face?
No one's
interesting.
Seen him.
So he doesn't do AMAs? He doesn't show his face on AMAs?
Not his face, no.
Interesting.
And the person that's messaging me, they said that, and I didn't know this, they said that the stable one had 5 versions. 5 versions before it moved to stable fund, and now we're going into either possible V2 or just a complete rug. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, honestly, guys, like they got close to what, $40 million between the BNB and BUSD, and they have complete control. There's what, 2-3 guys probably there. Do I give the 40 million back to these people who are giving us crap on Discord all day long? It sounds like they're angry at all these people who made them all this money, or do we run with the bag? And I guarantee you that's a conversation they're having right now.
So sure. I don't want to say this because I don't know how to say this without okay. I don't know how to say this without being like, go to the I challenge everybody to do this. Go to the Telegram, look at the Telegram mods. Okay. Look at the Telegram mods, make sure it's the right one. One of these mods, their profile picture is a business somewhere. That's all I'm saying. I did some research last night.
Say what?
Dow King, I expect this to be in your video tomorrow. Well, okay. I'll say this is more than a mod because Michael said that he has been working with Michael. So I wouldn't call him a mod. I would say maybe a team member or something.
Philomath?
And then I found out a way to, in this country, look up registered businesses and who registered said businesses. And I found their name, and then I found their Facebook profile, and then I found their Instagram, and I found their LinkedIn.
Wow. You're just
I am
a PI.
Nice,
I'm
nice
on their
work.
I'm on their LinkedIn right now too. So
Well, maybe that's enough for them not to run with the bag. You know how they could have run with the bag and they're not, because it shows me they're not thinking correctly. Is by telling everyone we're going to refund everyone only 80%, and then ran with the other 20%, which would have been like $8 million.
Yeah,
This-
still a lot.
this is
Oh, here we
this is
go.
all super weird.
I'm gonna put this in the private chat. Y'all can do with what you will.
Oh my. Well, This
Oh, I can't
this
see
this
the
kind
picture.
of this kind of stuff freaks me out. By the way, you guys, like when there's this much money involved, like $40 million. Like I
to
know
think-
places where they'll kill you for over $200. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but to think that you're going to run away with $50 million and
Yeah, that's
All
that starts teetering along. Like there's going to be some serious investigations. This isn't like a 500 grand rug pull
No.
or something. This is
No.
serious money. Now, I will just
Yeah.
say, don't even include the fiduciary wallet. That was complete bullshit. But, yeah, there was still about $40 million.
I
So-
see what you've sent, Austin, and it's different.
Look at the
than,
look at the profile picture and go from there. It is very easy.
Yeah.
Austin, did you send it to me too? I don't see anything.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, you're not in our others.
No, I
so
sent
we have
it. I
a-
sent it to
a-
him privately.
We have a chat
Oh.
just for me, Austin, and EAM for this show.
Oh, okay. He sent it to me. I got it.
Somebody, I'm not
Okay,
going to
cool.
say who, but somebody in the public chat confirmed it. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
Hmm.
So DK, with Freeway, with your video, you kind of touched on a few things that you didn't like about them when they were kind of betting you for a video, but you didn't really go into a few details. So, for example, did they kind of give you that whole spiel about how like where the math was just crazy, where people use your referral link, you know, for every 100K, you would basically get this huge amount. Did they kind of give those details to you as well?
I didn't get that far with them because I don't do referral links.
I don't either, but it
So-
was such a big part of their spiel that they just threw it on the conversation
Right.
constantly.
I just don't do referral links, but the biggest problem I had with them was the 43% was too low. So they were like, I think conversation I was having with them was like, why is this so low? And they were like, well, because it's sustainable. And I'm like, I don't know how much more sustainable this is just because it's 43%.
Mhm.
And then we went back and forth a couple times, and I just told the guy to F off because I was like, you want me to take on this risk as an investor for 43%. I can go, in my opinion, take on higher risk or I could not higher risk, a higher APY, but the same risk. That's how I view it. If you're going to be a project paying 43% and you have all these risks attached, I'd rather invest in a project that pays 500% with the same risks. Like it wasn't enough for me to
Yeah.
get in. Like I'll take a tomb fork any day for 200 to 300% that I know the team and the people over a 46 or 43% over some possible 4x trading that platform that they do. That's my logic. And they didn't like that logic, but back then when they contacted me, tomb forks are paying hundreds of percent a day. My logic was sound.
Fair enough.
Dude, all right. Why is it that when these, like a lot of these projects that do questionable things, why are so many of them from France? What is happening? Like, what is that about?
Whoa, Alex, come on, bro.
France?
Whoa.
Stable Fund is from India.
No. Whoa. Let's
Hey,
not say
it's
this
public
publicly.
information. It's all public on social media. So
Oh.
I'm not doxing anybody's private information. This is all on social media, dude. They're taking down their social media as we speak. They just took their Facebook page down.
Oh, they're watching this.
Mhm.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Bro, how's
definitely
it
going to
feel
run
to
with the
be-
bag now.
The lowest scum of the world, and then you're probably gonna go to jail.
I'm actually Vin Diesel. I'm related to Vin Diesel.
I could tell for sure. Yeah.
So obvious.
It's the deltoids that really gave it away. Oh my god, are we gonna get murdered? Like, what's happening right now? Like, I don't know.
What?
Bro, all I asked for was a simple transaction address, and it just spiraled into CNN breaking news over here or something. I don't know.
This is crazy right now, dude.
Austin gonna get Crocs $120,000 back. You should get a commission on that, bro.
Yeah, Croc.
You get the
give
biggest
me a
super
referral.
chat of your life.
Yeah.
You know what? That's actually a great idea. Everyone pool how much money they're supposed to get back and put 10% for whoever helps get it. That's a great idea.
Dude, I
James
helped.
Pelton's
I
actually
helped
actively James Pelton's helping people get money back from Stable Fund. He's like
from Stable Fund.
Yeah, because he's reaching out to them like, people in my community are saying they can't get their funds right now. You need to give them back their funds, otherwise we're gonna have problems. And he got a couple already. So like, you got to put the pressure on them however you can. But I don't know if they're responding to him anymore at this point. This was back in Dubai. Like, we were both freaking out about this situation because we had community members DMing us, asking us for help. And so James messaged Stable Fund guy,
Oh, hold up,
Michael or whatever, and was like, "Help us."
I just looked in
help.
I just looked in the Stable Fund Discord because I've been like sitting it here on my monitor. The developer, again, I'm just showing what I'm seeing. I take with what you will. The developer's pinned messages are gone. The last messages are now. I don't know if this is a mod or who, but the last one.
Dude.
Remember how I said that it was weird. The dev was messaging. Well, now he's gone.
You guys should start taking copies of the Discord and everything, because these guys are about to run with the bag.
Oh, they already have, dude. It's in MEXC. It's literally
MEXC can be stopped. All these guys can be stopped, but it's gonna take some work.
Well, isn't MEXC international though? Isn't that one of their selling points? Is
They can still be stopped. These guys still don't want to be brought under regulations. They're still going to be good actors. They don't want to destroy everything they're doing.
Dude, I don't know, man. Because MEXC and BitGet and all these other ones, if you don't KYC, I mean, let's think about this, right? If you don't KYC and you can withdraw 20 Bitcoin a day, KYC free. So if they just put it into a MEXC hot wallet and then put it back into another MetaMask, like, how can you even at that point trace anything?
First of all, everything is going through IPs and routers and everything. It can come back to your, if the authorities get involved, you can trace everyone's account back. Even CZ has said this. You can trace everyone's account back to them.
Dude, this is so fucking like,
like, if they've been using VPNs and stuff, like, they have probably accidentally connected to one of these central exchanges at least one time without turning their VPN on. That's usually how they get them. I
do it all the time.
And by the way, these VPNs, it just depends. If you work with those VPNs, they actually know who you are. If you look at the terms of the VPNs, and if it says if you're doing something illegal and if someone reaches out to them, authorities, and asks for your information, 99% of them will hand it over. Everyone thinks they're anonymous out there. You're not anonymous. It just depends if people are going to come after you. And for Stable Fund, people will come after you. Authorities will get involved.
All right, we're doing another shilling breaking news here because Dow King still wants to get in here. We got 6 NFTs left now. So
well, I can't get any. What's the point?
So there's another way.
Buy Dow
so
King
you can. So here's the thing,
NFT.
and we were totally real in the AMAs, right? You can game the system, and how to game the system is you can get a Cardinal Crew membership for 1 month, get access to Node Runner, and then in theory you could just not pay the rest of the months, but you have to be an active Cardinal Crew member to get access and like cash out the rewards, the distributions each month. So then you can come back whenever collect your freaking rewards if you want to. But the other way is we do have a pre-search grant. I just reached out to the team because I told them you wanted to get in, because we can't make exceptions for anybody. We're not going to do that. But if you do, you can do a pre-search grant where you vote for Cardinal House. It's like you have to own $60 worth of pre-search, and you vote for Cardinal House for the 100 grand marketing grant. And we're like I'm pretty sure we're in the lead. We can't see the results, but we're pretty good so far. And if you do that and you show proof that you did it, you get a free 1 month membership as well.
I have no idea what you just said. You just made it very difficult to buy an NFT.
I mean,
Good job.
I gave you an option. You don't want to put in the work.
I
I
don't
can't.
want your bag. I'm gonna get my own damn node and sell it to people.
Well, we told people if you can get 20 grand worth of DAG, don't get into Node Runner. Like, don't do it. You can just do it yourself.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. We're on top of it. I could just stake my DAG, actually. I don't even need to go get a node. I can just stake it. Now that I think about it. I don't need you, Austin.
Pocket Ace says, do you want me to buy you one until you have a membership?
I don't want a damn membership.
Dude, you were making so much money with Stable Fund. You can afford 25 a month. What's wrong with you?
I just don't want a membership to Stable Fund. I mean, to Cardinal House. I don't even know what Cardinal House is after all these goddamn months. What is it?
Dude.
Can someone explain to me what it is?
Nobody knows what it is. It's
what is it?
It's a thing.
And why is it
Bro,
called
Alex,
Cardinal
you know what Cardinal House is. Get out of here.
It's a community, and they do things
Community
and
of
stuff.
what?
Of people,
Bro,
humans.
You can keep asking.
People. Great answer.
Do you want me to answer your question, or are you just going to keep asking questions? So we are a community that is focused around crypto education for free. We don't sell any courses or anything
except
like
for the
that.
$25.
So the $25 a month, you want me to tell you everything you get? I'm going to show
No.
the membership here.
I really don't want it.
Well, I'm going to tell people because this isn't your channel.
Tell us about what I get for. Is there a referral link?
There is not a referral link.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I have actually a referral link.
You don't have a referral link?
I do.
There is no such thing as a Cardinal Crew referral link.
There
This is
is.
the problem with YouTubers. These
There
guys-
is.
No,
not
there
using
is
it.
not.
There is. I'm not using
you
it.
can
though.
invite people to the server. There is no such thing as a
Okay,
referral link.
tell us what happens in Cardinal House. Go ahead.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. I have
we
no filter. I can't I'm bad at not saying shit.
We have Node Runner. Obviously, you can get access to Node Runner. We have the trading room. So we have a couple people that are really good at trading. So we got Cyril. He is really good. Aussie's really good. And we just kind of talk about different training sessions and stuff we do each week where we just learn about TA, trading, that type of stuff. Crypto onboarding. So if you are new to crypto, you don't even know what the heck a MetaMask wallet is or anything like that, we will do each week. If anybody wants to personally come on, teach just the basics of crypto, any questions you have, anything like that. Alpha daily announcements. So this is kind of like I compare it to Morning Brew. That's a pretty good thing I use where it asks you each what category that you want to get daily news on, right? So we put together all kinds of stuff we find out through the markets, through the news, the macro, what's going on, any alpha we hear from any of these projects that gets put in every single day. It's announced. Chris actually does that. Whitelisting guild. So if there is any way that we get whitelists, we distribute them to the Cardinal House that wants to. We do educational workshops. We talk about real estate, talk about trading, obviously. Last one we did was we explained what liquidity pools was and showed how that all works out. So it's really focused around a lot of education and helping people out. Then we do project research reports. So we actually have someone contracted out and they do really good stuff where each, I think, week we have the community vote on which projects you want. Yeah, Morning Brew is dope. It's really good. And so it's basically for the alpha announcements, just picture Morning Brew, but with more crypto stuff. So with the project research reports, we have this person, they're in there. I think it's No Name, actually. No Name. He does really good stuff. And we do in-depth project research reports where We talk about what the project is, what's the revenue. Like I don't do them, so I don't know the intricacies, but it's really good. Then we rate them. I think they rate them like 1 out of 5, or is it safe or whatever. It's really, really good stuff. And then post AMA calls. So anytime we have a AMA in the Cardinal House chat, we hop in the crew chat afterwards, kind of talk about it. So that way we don't have the founder in there and we just be real. Obviously I post my YouTube videos in there at early access. So the people in Cardinal crew, they get like the early access to the videos. We do giveaways. So obviously that's just a gimme. And then that's it for now.
I like the guys in there, by the way. I like the whole team. They're super, super nice, cool, go-getting dudes. It's a good group. By the way, Austin, what you sent me about Stable Fund team guy, I am balls deep in research on.
I stayed up until like midnight finding all this stuff out, bro.
I just saved like dozens of screenshots of all this stuff. Like, I know exactly where they are.
Where are they?
Paris, fuck. Oh, shit.
Paris.
Excuse me.
Paris. Okay, good. Now you know.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. This is public information. You can release it in a video.
It's all public. I mean, this is literally they run a restaurant. They run a public restaurant. It's like they took down the Facebook page for it, but you can't take down TripAdvisor and Foursquare and all this stuff. Like, it's all there.
Did you see some of the reviews in TripAdvisor, by the way? I thought that was pretty interesting.
I didn't read them. I was just screenshotting all the pictures.
They were saying how the owners and like was like
racist.
Extremely racist, and yep.
But one of the guys is Indian, no? Michael's Indian.
Bro, this whole stuff is no. The thing I sent you, that's not Michael. That's the co-team. That's the co-partner.
Okay, so the co-partner hates Michael in a racist way, possibly, but Michael probably doesn't know. Is that kind of
as you guys are saying, Michael? One of the TripAdvisor things said, "Sitting out the front is a good place to watch the throngs walking around St. Michael."
Oh,
what the hell? Serendipity! Like, I'm freaking out, you guys. Like, what is going on? I'm tripping out.
You use the name. They're kind of telling you.
So, like, is Michael one of their aliases because their little restaurant's right next to St. Michael in Paris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I bet you there'll be somebody going to that restaurant tomorrow.
Dude, and the thing is, like, I would be absolutely terrified to sit here and run with millions of dollars because someone dropped a comment in the public chat earlier. Bro, you rug the wrong person, especially with millions of dollars. You just opened yourself up to some scary risk. And I'm not talking federal SEC stuff. I'm talking scary stuff. Like, dude.
I mean,
do you?
Jesus.
So, this guy that works there, this manager whose name is Michael. You think that's Michael?
Get out of here!
I swear, dude, Miguel.
Get out of here!
What?
Well, okay, here's what I was always wondering. Why is he going by 2 first names? His Telegram name is Ray, but people call him Michael.
I hope, I mean, this could all be wrong, and this is all public information, so, like, sorry, people at this restaurant, if you are not associated with this whole thing, but, like, it's looking weird, guys.
A lot of it just links to coincidentally.
Well, that's Saint Michel. That's not Saint Michael.
Tomato, brother. Tomato.
It's
but the manager's name is Miguel.
Miguel. There's a lot of Michels and Miguels there, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably all coincidence. So nothing all public information. So none of this is private. Nobody told me this in private. This is all public. I've never looked into Stable Fund really at all. So, like, I just saw their public profile on Telegram and Discord and Googled it, literally typed in. They probably changed it by now and disappeared, but
This is not
So
the
he-
type of restaurant I would expect.
So
to
I
see
just-
it.
So I
Right.
just asked, like what I just asked about why he was going by Michael when his Telegram name was Ray. So I don't know what the passport thing that this person's talking about, but apparently there was a picture that he shared of a passport to prove he was who he was. But they said that it's a fake stolen passport and it was by this name that I'm not going to say because this may be an innocent person if it is stolen. But the first name is Michael, and it says that's who he pretends to be and who he registered the business under. The other guy who looks white on LinkedIn named Michael blank blank, because I'm not going to say the name, is the real one whose passport is being used.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, this could also just be a goose chase. They're sending us down the wrong path, but you know.
Well, here's my thing is like, why would you just like randomly make your profile picture of a business if you're not like in some way, shape, or form like associated with it? You know what I mean? Like, do you just visited that restaurant and you're like, bro, I got to change my profile picture to this, man. This was such good bar food.
Looks
It's
like
too
they
complex
sell-
to make it up. You're
looks like they
right,
sell
Sarah.
some- It looks like they sell some really nice gyros. Euros.
I mean, it looks like a tourist trap, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it looks like a bar that would be somewhere in like the Midwest, not in Paris, across from like, you know,
the name.
Notre Dame. Like, it's just bizarre to me. No, I'm
Like
not-
this. I want to say that this is so obvious. Like, it's all public, right? It's there. I just Googled what was in their profile picture. I just Googled the 2 words and it pulled it up like instantly, like pages of info, right? So it's like this all public information. They couldn't be trying to hide it if they're using it in their profile pictures, right? Like, they're public figures. They're so if they ran with the bag at this point, it would be insane, right?
Well,
like they're public figures, like they're doxxed. They dox themselves fully.
Well, this is a
they-
message for stable fund guys. Like, it's not going to be worth running with the bag because the rest of your life, you're going to be looking over your shoulder, whether you're going to get arrested, someone's going to come after you. It's just not worth it.
I just got a picture of the passport here. Bro, this just gets better and better. So hold on, I'm reading it sideways. Okay, so they said Michael, in quotations, posted a photo of his passport to prove us all that he's real. It is a stolen passport. Hang on, I'll show you whose passport it really is, and that's what they just sent me. He expects us to believe that there are 2 people by the name of Michael blank blank born in a state in America on this exact date that they gave me. Hang on, and they like skip trace the name and stuff because you can do that. That's literally anybody can do that, and that's who it is and where they are from. And the person they found does not match the race nor how they sound in person. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So yeah.
Wait a minute. Were they used the KYC service?
Did they use a KYC service? No.
Because someone's saying they were KYC.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on, I'm reading. So this already contradicts what he said, though. He literally was telling people in AMAs, like the one I heard from James Pelton, he was saying he was from India, but this passport literally says United States of America, blah, blah, blah. Like, none of this makes sense. Why would anybody believe this passport's actually him?
I mean, you can have dual citizenship, I guess. I have dual citizenship, U.S. and Mexico.
But
What?
you should see the face. You need to see the pic.
Oh,
Bro,
gotcha.
None of this. And they have an app on the Google store. Yeah, Croc, you gotta like
Wow.
you gotta.
Croc,
So
you don't need KYC for app on the Google store. I've had apps on the Google Store. You just need a credit card. So the credit card, that's the key. The credit card can be backtracked to those people and the address. So you can summon that credit card information on Apple back to those people. So you would have to summon Apple. You got that? Summon Apple to give you the credit card information, name, address, and the credit card.
Oh my God.
And the credit card stuff.
So here, let me turn my camera back on. So here, remember earlier I was talking about the fake taxi cab advertisement he was saying Stable Fund got. So this is the mock-up that they're sending me. This is the alleged mock-up of the taxi cabs and that the fake ad agency did for Stable Fund. I've never seen none of this. This is all new to me. I'm not going to share my Telegram because I'll have to share who it is. So it's literally just a stock photo with Stable Fund edited on top of it. And yeah.
The camera stocks, people are saying, bro.
It's like
the camera.
That
whoever did that picture, I think that they did the Seifu plane as well.
Well, and then they actually they got the real stock photo. Like this is what the real one was. They found the real stock photo, and then they and you can even now compare the stock photo. All they did was use Photoshop, put Stable Fund on it, and then copied and pasted and put it a couple taxi cabs in the front and back.
So people are saying they're KYC'd. So if they're KYC'd, then
who were they KYC'd by? Someone drop who they're KYC'd by.
Anyone know who they're KYC'd with?
Because the last time I checked,
Who's this? Who's this?
Pocket Aces. Pocket Aces.
Pocket Aces. What's up, man?
Hey guys, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys
leave. You're not allowed to leave, DK.
No, I'm gonna go get dinner. You guys are doing God's work.
Yeah, he got summoned by the wives, so you know. You can say no to the wives.
Tell her I said
Take a look
hello.
at your DM from me.
See DK.
Thanks for joining.
Hey,
see you later, man.
I saw your DM, Pocket Aces. Yeah, you know what can you do, right? Oh my gosh, this is
wait a
crazy.
minute. What am I looking at?
No,
Pocket?
not yours. Take a look at yours on Discord.
Yeah, you just sent me something. What the heck am I looking at here?
DEFI. Oh man,
Danny boy, what are you?
Dude, this is crazy. I can't believe
Here, I'll send it to you, YaBonks.
I'm blown away by how many videos were done on them by YouTubers too.
Somebody sent me this a while ago.
Oh
shit.
This is the person that was the stolen passport. This is the person. Okay, yeah. So this isn't
thing.
What we're looking at, everybody. This isn't the actual Michael person, but this isn't the guy we're mad at. This is the person that they stole the passport from.
What?
Wow, dude, this just freaking gets crazy.
So, okay, so this what you just sent me. This is who they stole this person's identity
From what
Yes.
possibly. The thing is somebody sent me
Possibly.
this on the fly one day, and I was like, anybody could have mocked up some of this crap just because they hate them because they lost money or something stupid. So I didn't really.
Yeah.
Well, it's really funny you sent that to me, Pocket, because I'm actually looking on arrestusa.com because someone just sent this to me, the person that's telling me all this info.
Well, when
And
you
it's
started
the same-
talking about
it's
that,
the
I was
same
kind of like,
person.
this seems like what I already saw from somebody, and I was like,
Yeah, this is the same person. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
dun dun dun.
Oh my god.
And it's so funny because on their websites, like featured in Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, NASDAQ,
They all
MarketWatch,
say
they
that.
paid for that. But no,
Yeah.
they
You can
paid for
get
that.
You pay $200
Our-
and you're
Yeah. We can have our
Publish
show.
your
DME.
content.
We can be featured on Bloomberg
Well,
as well.
and that's how you
Content
get
creators do
certified.
that.
That's how you get
Yeah.
your blue check. That's how you get your check mark. You have
Because-
them write a bullshit article about you, and then you submit that to YouTube or Twitter and say, "Look, I'm a public figure. They write about me," and you know.
So silly.
Yeah. You can
I don't see.
hire companies to do that to give you the blue check mark. That's how you get the blue check mark, basically.
Yeah, I can't find anything about them being KYC'd.
Now here's the dangerous thing, and I want everybody to literally listen to me. Like, do not going after people, because right now we're just freaking shotgunning approach this whole thing. We don't know the ins and outs of anything, and the people that you may find that you think is responsible, if they went as far, if this is true, if they went as far as stealing a passport, they probably have fall people, because this is very common in rug pulls where they have people that trust them that are just as delirious as all of us, right? Like, that blindly trust them or threaten them or coerce them, or maybe they're getting paid. Like, we don't know whatever, but there is probably a fall guy in between Michael and us that if we do a lot of research on, we probably find them. Like, who knows, that MEXC account, again, I'm just speculating, that MEXC account could probably be owned by the fall guy. And then that fall guy is being paid to give the money to Michael or whoever, right? That people do this in those scams all the time, where people like call people saying, hey, you got to pay off your Amazon bill or something. And then people send cash, like old people will send cash to some mule, and then that mule will send cash over to India or wherever they're doing the scam at. Like, bro, it's on YouTube all the time. Like, people bust these people.
Here's $5,000. Move this money there to there to there for me.
Yeah. So if they're moving over $40 million, I doubt it's Michael being the person moving it. I highly suspect there's probably inner working middlemen that they're going to probably get caught up before Michael and this other person does.
100%.
Their website sucks, by the way. I was expecting something much better.
Let's just roast their UI, because that's all we can do right now. Screw their website.
Hey guys, I have a question for
Meeksas.
I have a question for Meeksas Stojanovic. How do you know they're KYC'd? Can you type it on there, please? Hopefully Meeksas is still here.
Well, they came from Stable Fund, I think, when I said we were live. So hopefully we'll get an answer. Yeah, and everybody that's like, people are blowing my DMs up now with all this stuff. The main thing I want everybody to realize is we need proof. Like, don't just take little bits here and there and think it's definitive. Like, I know this is a very highly emotional time. I had money in a stable fund. A lot of people did. But, transactions on the blockchain are so hard to put context into that you dang near need to be looking over their shoulder with video proof of them doing that transaction to pin it on them specifically. You know what I mean? So a lot of this stuff is just speculation that we're talking about. It's very hard, but it is weird, and there probably is nefarious intent here. None of this, if this was a legit company, none of this would even be happening, right? It'd be as simple as a refund, wipe your hands with it, and there we go.
Okay, thanks for clarifying, Meeksas. Yeah, I mean, I think if they were KYC, it'd be easy to find on their website. That's something that you kind of tout.
Dude, wait a sec. So they're saying that thing you sent me, Pocket Aces, that's their public KYC. That's what they used to KYC.
This was sent from some person that I can check who it was because it was on a private Discord chat. But yeah, I was like, dude, what is this? Like, what do you even like? I get you might not have a hate on for them, but I can't believe any of this because how do I know where it even came from?
Right, that's fair.
Like what I
just Pocket Aces,
back.
Pocket Aces, do you play poker?
I enjoy poker.
I won a WSOP event once, so I'm just gonna like flex on that real quick.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. The name obviously, but yeah, I played it all my life. I like it, but the name just sort of stuck in gaming and all that stuff. I just get called Pocket or whatever. So
that's a great name, Pocket Aces.
Not the best hand, but almost.
Yeah.
No way.
Did you see what I said?
Wait a minute. Get out of here. Send me the link. Don't send me the screenshot.
I sent it. Oh god, I'm freaking out. Why am I so good?
Send me the freaking link.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're creating some buzz here, Austin.
Jesus freaking.
What have I found? I don't know nothing. It's all public. I didn't do nothing. It was pocket aces. It was Enrique.
Oh
Blaming them
my
on this
god!
guy.
How are you this stupid, bro? Interests: LinkedIn News UK and Bitcoin.
What is happening right now?
How are you going to lead a whole Ponzi scheme and then? Oh man, none of this makes sense. None
No.
of this does.
I don't
Dude,
get it, dude.
Honestly, you know, given my experience in all these rugs, all this stuff, whatever, dude, you know what I think happens? I think literally these people get in the room, right? Because you can never make sense of none of this stuff. They probably do that on purpose. They're like, how can we make this as confusing as possible? Okay, we're going to run this until we can't. We're going to say there's a looping issue. And then we're going to say there's going to be refunds, but we're going to send it to a centralized exchange wallet. I'm going to make 3 different LinkedIn accounts. None of it just make, dude, it's like rugging as a service.
And it is convoluted. Like this is weird, man.
You
Like-
guys are amazing how quickly you found all this out.
Oh my gosh. And I don't think we're the first ones at all, right? Like I'm looking back at some of the YouTube videos exposing all this already too. We're late to the game. So-
See, this is what makes
a
me mad,
CEO
bro.
with 30 connections
that
in LinkedIn.
I just made a tweet about this literally yesterday, 2 days ago. And it's like people replied to me and they said, you know, you can't help everybody. Like some people are just going to have to, but like, I don't care. I don't care if I piss people off if it's the truth. I literally said like, and I'm genuinely curious to hear your all's input on this. How many times does a project have to rug or just fail before people listen to objective concerns before that happens? We're in a culture right now in crypto where you have like the project essentially has to rug before like people will listen to you, where it's like, oh wow, Austin was right. It's like it has to happen, right? Like literally a week ago, I was asking these questions and people were getting mad at me saying, it sounds like you're attacking Michael. I don't think we should be asking those questions or, you know, whatever. But now it's like, dang, dude, like, why do we have to be in this, like I told you so state of mind? Why can't people just be like, you know, well, hold on, maybe Austin has a point to this, or maybe there's a reason why so many people are asking the same questions. Let me slow down for a second before I just go crazy cult mode.
Did you answer this in one of your videos about internal biases?
Internal biases? I probably talked about it somewhere.
But they're going to have their ideas, right? They have it already in their head. They put the money in. They've committed to it. They have to believe that belief. Otherwise, they're screwed. So they'll back that up until the end of days, making sure that they hopefully hold on and get something out of what they invested. But you're right. It's wrong, but they're going to do it.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
That's it, man.
No, and that works in anything. It works in trading. Like that's why if you see someone that's bearish and someone that's bullish and they look at the same chart, the bear is going to come up with a reason why it's bearish and the bull's going to come with a reason why it's bullish.
You can make anything be whatever you want it to be if your mind's strong enough.
Yeah.
Or your ideals or whatever's backing your thought process.
What I'm shocked is that's a YouTuber that did a review on them back in July. In his video description, put all that stuff on there: the address, the who the company is linked to, all that stuff, the guy's name, everything that I sent you guys. I got it from a YouTube video. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so I have a fun little fact. I made this Discord kind of like a joke. It's called Venting as a Service. So it's literally just a place where if people want to, where did you get that live market price display from? I don't know what you're talking about, Austin. Glance LED. They make really good stuff. If you literally look them up on Twitter, it's Glance LED. I don't think any other people have. Look them up. It's really good. It's like, I think this
It's
was
really
$150 per panel. But so what was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. What was I saying, bro? I'm like losing my. So I made this Discord called Venting as a Service. So I have a bunch of evidence that we're like compiling for 100 Days Ventures. So I made that post 100 Days Ventures for people to come and just either, but this isn't just about 100 days. If anybody wants to come in there, talk, vent, whatever about their projects without being accused of fodder, I just dropped it in the chat here. I'll have a evidence channel opened up about table 1 if anybody wants to drop stuff in there, because man, this is nuts. I can't keep up with everything everybody's DMing me.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm getting blown up too right now. This is nuts. What have we
on evidence?
Oh my god. This is weird. I know the audience is probably watching this like, what are you looking at?
Well, that's why I made a little channel here for VAAS. I was like,
what
stuff here.
What's VAAS?
Venting as a service. Did you not get that already? Are you listening, sir?
No, I'm freaking
You're too
out
deep
right
into
now,
the
you guys.
into the rabbit hole, aren't you?
Yeah, this is too much. I drank too much coffee for this. What in the heck?
As you know, stable fund has stable rugged. There will be an influx of people. If you find any evidence, please drop it in stable fund evidence.
I've been watching the Discord, haven't seen anything, but I guess it finally got hit Discord because somebody just made a comment saying that it's all over. And they're saying, calm down, people.
Guys, please abide by the rules. We're still bullish. Come on. Stop being fudders.
In the hell? Stop fudding, guys.
Guys, and just full, like, I put money in there too. Like, I'm literally at a loss, but I am not going to, like, put my integrity aside just to pump up my own bag. Like, they're freaking stupid, bro. It was a Ponzi. Like, I put risk money because I knew it was a Ponzi. I said it from the beginning when I was in Dow King's Discord. I was like, dude, this is I'm literally just putting, play money, test money in there. That's what it is, just to see if it works out. And, we've seen how that worked.
Oh my God.
What are you finding? Or is it in the chat?
I think it's what YaBonks probably just sent to you.
Yeah. Not me. Some random person on the internet.
So how does this work legally? We can't say anything.
Well, the thing is, this is all public information, right?
I just like to be careful. I mean, we're probably fine, but I don't know. I like to be careful. There's crazy people out there.
I agree. So this is all public information, and it's other people have already exposed all this stuff on YouTube and on some blogs and things like that I found. But like Austin said, it's kind of a sensitive subject.
So we can't say the name. Okay.
So if you want to know more, please Google it.
Legally, you can.
I mean, just just like we talk about like we talk about money. Do your own research. I mean, if we're not crazy people, like we're not sleuths. Like this is all public info. Start with what I said and just go from there, bro. Yeah, this is straight nutty.
Straight nutty, dude. Man, I feel bad for the audience who's like watching this, like, what the hell?
Watching all of you stare at screens.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, can we tell them the name of the person
so
that
like
they can Google him?
like Austin said, people are crazy, right? Like I don't want to have to go out in a blaze of glory, you know, in a shootout or
Okay.
something on my farm, right? Like I'm ready
'cause
to
then it's-
though.
Because then
And-
it says he might be an actor, so that makes you wonder they just grab some actor's name, and you know, it's like I don't
yeah, right.
So I
Literally,
just
the
got
dude's an
sent the
actor.
link.
What the hell's that about?
know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, oh my god,
Like, did they hire an actor, like legit, to be the fall guy?
maybe.
Mixed taxi ads.
An actor with an extensive criminal history? Like, what the hell?
That's a really bad fall guy, bro.
Or is it the perfect fall guy? It's actually kind of genius. Actor fall guy.
Fall guy, dude. Fall guy is a service. Oh my gosh, fall guy as a service.
That's a high risk investment right there, my friend.
Yes,
That's probably
I
as
do.
high. That's probably higher risk than.
See, that's how I feel. What Sarah said.
Yeah, me too.
Actor
I
five.
don't know what the hell?
Guys, literally, like I think all of us here would love to say it, but like I mean, y'all can do what you want. I just try to be as safe as I can, given how crazy and unregulated this space is. And I'm gonna tell you, and it's like, I don't care how much money someone, like, that's the worst possible thing in the world, but I still think, I don't think anyone's life should be at risk, or family members of said bad people to be at risk, or anything like that. I would rather have the judicial system take care of it, and then they pay the consequences that way. And let's think about it as an investment, right? If I were a bad person and I wanted to do something very bad to somebody, they're done. Their life is done, right? But if they go to prison for a very long time, do things the right way, they're suffering way longer while we get wrecked, but then we get to make our money back because we have our freedom and we can go and continuously make money and learn from our mistakes, versus somebody that's an idiot, that is a thief. They have to live with that for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? So let's think of it long term. let's
I
not.
think that's fair.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. It's just so much stuff happens. Like that one big YouTuber that supposedly has all these followers. I think they're probably all like bots or whatever. That conned MDB and Mina. Remember that, guys?
What was her name? Jenna or something?
Justina
or like
Justin's or something. I don't know. And then it's like, but look, it's like nothing ever happened. I look back at her stuff like 2 weeks later, and she's tweeting like nothing. She was at a freaking Bitcoin conference.
no.
That's what pissed me off. She was
And
tweeting from a Bitcoin conference.
she's just blocking whoever's bringing up the MDB thing. She's like, no, block, no response. Just like, people are bold out here, man. And like, I don't get it. Like, I turn down legit, like, lucrative opportunities out here because like, they kind of cross over sometimes my moral boundaries. And I'm like, I can't, like, I would really could use that money. I could put that money to good use on my animal sanctuary. I could do some good with it, but it's like, if it means I have to, like, I don't know, man, break my personal values, like, I can't do it. And that's why I set up like hard rules, right? Like, I'm like kind of crazy about projects wanting videos for me. I'm like, all right, have the founder video chat with me. I'm not in the KYC business. I don't want to be. I don't want to dox anybody, because like, if you dox somebody's private information that's not public yet, yeah, you can face legal issues. Right now, what we're doing is like this is so public. It's absurd, actually, how easy it is. Like, I wish I could say I'm a super sleuth. I Googled like 2 words and it's just like,
Bro,
but
rugs that had like 100 grand are way more covert than this. That's what's blowing my mind.
like that grizzly bear finance, not the grizzly fi that you guys are thinking of.
Right.
You remember that tomb fork?
Yeah.
That was so crazy how intricate that whole thing was.
Freaking sending messages on the blockchain. I learned something from that rug. I didn't know you could even do that.
Good point. Can't argue with that, Austin.
So, Austin, do you want to share your venting as a service Discord Meek says, just asked a question.
Can
Go
you
check
share
out
Slack and Google?
venting as a service, where people are venting about this in real time.
Yeah,
Right?
so I dropped it in the chat, but you can here. I'll drop it again.
God, how
I'll
many
put it-
LinkedIns does this guy have?
Bro,
Right?
literally,
What is
they were
what is
farming
that about?
LinkedIn's.
like? What is that about? So many LinkedIn's.
They did a LinkedIn as a service, a Fall Guy as a service, and a rug as a service. Bro,
Oh
they
my
this was a
gosh.
contracted out rug.
Interesting. I think the fact that he's an actor is really, really interesting because I know that, like, a lot of the crazy stuff you saw during COVID, when whether it was like anti-vaccine or pro-vaccine, like some of these groups would hire actors to like go and, plead their case in front of Congress and stuff, like not Congress, but like local officials. So it just makes me feel like they probably just hired this guy's identity, they hired him and just took his identity is the vibe I'm getting. I don't think this guy probably can spell Bitcoin.
Okay, so this person sent me a bunch of stuff. So they said the two LinkedIn accounts that shows a picture are the real guy whose passport was being used. The LinkedIn account that shows no picture is the fake dude from India using the stolen passport. I wanted to contact the dude in the passport to ask if he knew that the passport was used. Those three LinkedIns are not stable fund, Michael. The one showing the photo is the real guy whose passport is being used. And the other one is the dude that just effed us all. Dude, I've been trying to warn people for 2 months. I've been acting like I don't know anything in Telegram so I wouldn't get banned. A lot of people do that. Here's the link to the ad agency. And they sent me the ad agency that put the ads on the taxi cabs. He just paid a couple of Indian dudes to dress up their cabs for the day. I don't think they hired that low level after. I think the passport was acquired on the black market. He probably has no clue. I'm going to access his contact information from Backstage and try and ask him the question at some point. The dude has rugged big time Wells, and let me tell you, they are pissed. Man.
Oh man.
Gad
Well,
zoinks,
hey,
you
guys.
guys. Gad zoinks. What is happening?
Hey guys, well I'm gonna call it a night on my end. This is just
Yeah, me too.
Shoo.
this has been nuts.
Guys, we almost
Yeah.
hit 4 hours.
Really?
This has been the longest. This will probably be the longest podcast we have ever done. Podcast / breaking news /
CNN/Fox/
we've had the most guests on here /
Yeah.
bro breaking
We battled
records.
through
Freaking
technical difficulties.
hold up. As we leave here, boom, Node Runner. We have 3 NFTs left. We have 3 NFTs left, bro. I
I
honestly
might have to go buy 3 more.
Bro,
Close this
I'm
out.
honestly shocked, man. That's
Croc
nuts.
just dropped a bomb, y'all. Go have
Oh,
fun
God,
with
what did
that,
he say?
guys.
All right. Well,
on-
hey, we didn't say anything.
Croc's the man.
Chat is there in public information.
There it is, guys.
Thank you, people in the public chat. And there we go.
You see, that's what I'm with Croc on this. Yeah. That's
definitely
my
still an
gut.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be saying
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Just copy and pasting pictures and everything else.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been a wild 4 hours. Thank you.
It's
I
been
think
a
at one
wild
point we're at
ride.
51 viewers.
Crazy.
So thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks for joining another time in
Hey,
the future.
make sure everybody let's end this on a good note. Everybody subscribe to all 4 of our channels. We got another YouTuber in here, Pocket Aces. We
Yeah.
got Austin Clark, YaBonks,
Oh, Pocket
and
Aces
EAM
has
Crypto.
a YouTube channel. Okay.
Yeah, just
I
search
do.
Pocket Aces.
Okay.
And let's
doing it now.
everybody that if people join from Stable Fun, watch our streams. We're live every single Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just convert that into whatever your local time is. Like, we try to show and talk about all kinds of useful stuff. I talk about real estate sometimes. We talk about trading. YaBonks talks about tech of all kinds of stuff. We try to be very diverse, and don't let this be like an end all be all. Crypto is useful. There is going to be stuff that happens like this, but don't let this think that this is like the end of the world. Nothing is more important than your life. Nothing is more important than your future of of threatening people. So please don't do none of that. But just please, bro, like whatever you do, there are resources out there. Like, don't think that like money is, you know, like it should define who you are in your life, and you should just, you know, do very bad things. So please use this as a learning opportunity. You know, subscribe to all of our stuff if you would like to really have good information. We're not you know, shilling bull crap. And please, one last thing, I'm sorry, I'm just on a freaking roll today. If you see these YouTubers, okay, because they're not content creators, I'm not calling them content creators, these YouTubers, okay, if you see these people, they keep posting this bull crap, like Stable Fund, like all this stuff, and showing they're putting tons of money into it, talking about how this is going to provide them financial freedom. I've seen YouTubers make paid groups that this is like a part of their stuff in their paid groups, where like they show all these opportunities, and they're and disgusting, bro. If you see these people constantly pushing this crap, let that be a determining factor on your future, you know, people that you're watching on YouTube, because that is absolutely just garbage. And I hate people that's like, you know, oh, but you know, it's like they do like a religion aspect to it, or they say it's all stupid, dude. It's all bull crap. People will get wrecked doing this stuff. Learn a valuable skill like trading, investing into real estate, something that you can control your money with. Stop giving your money to these people.
I think that was beautifully said, man. And I want to reiterate, don't let lost money in DeFi and the stock market and anything shake you to the core. I know it feels like you get punched in the gut when you blow up an account. I have blown up my entire financial situation probably 4 times now in my life. And I'm like 34 years old. I literally made such risky gambles all in on with all my money, went to zero like 4 times now. Each time I try to learn from it, but like there are certain personalities and things that are so tempting that you're like, oh, if I just do this, I'll be set for life. And then you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to kill myself, right? Don't kill yourself, right? Whatever you do on all this stuff, you can always make it back. You can make back money. Start a YouTube channel. In 6 months, my YouTube channel is blown up, right? You could start so many different businesses. Anyway, I wanted to end on a positive note, right? So positive mental health is important. Money's not the end of the world. You can always make more. But somebody just won a pre-send NFT, all right? I picked the winner for the pre-send NFT, you guys. And PETA _C. So PETA C on Twitter. I'm not going to read his email address or his full name, but PETA C has won a pre-send NFT.
Awesome.
PETA, if you're watching, I'm going to not only DM you on Twitter, I'm going to email you as well, so we can cross-reference and make sure you're talking to the real me and not somebody who's impersonating me. And then I'm just going to ask for your wallet address. I'm just going to send you the pre-send NFT. I will not ask for your seed phrase or any of that. I'm just going to ask for your wallet address and send you the goods. And that's it. So P2C, congrats on winning the pre-send NFT. Happy note. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I really want to reach out to like somebody, you know, like Croc, man. I know Croc, you're hurting right now with the stable fund situation. You know, take it easy. You know, just take it easy. Life goes on, man. It's super unfortunate, but yeah. So
yeah.
Anyway, man, Enrique, you got anything to add?
No, man, you guys finished it perfectly. I was just gonna say, when that kind of thing happens and you lose a ton, just know you're not the only one. It happens to everyone. Like you guys said, you just got to learn from it, pick yourself back up, because you know what? It's already in the past, right? So you can't dwell on the past, but it's tough. But it's happened to all of us. We've all been there.
Yeah. So, well, you guys, Enrique, Austin, Pocket Aces, you're going to be doxing soon once you hit a certain. How many subscribers?
Well, I said between 500 and 1,000. I'm over 500, but I might have a date set where I'm going to be on somebody's channel and possibly going on camera then. So it'll be towards the end of November. I'll announce it when it happens, when I know it for sure.
Well, I look forward to that, man. So
So it's been
All
a
right,
fun
you
ride. I love
guys.
it. I'm still shilling
Yeah.
some stuff, but I try and be really honest about it.
Yeah,
Still
Yeah,
small.
that's all you
I
can do.
think just be transparent and be
That's
clear
all I
with your
do,
be clear with your biases, right? Like if you're pushing an affiliate link for something, like say, this is my affiliate link, I'll make some extra money off this, so I'll take that with a grain of salt. I might have a bias if
Use
I'm
it, don't
putting that
use it.
out
I
there.
don't care.
Yeah, or if like I have money in this, so
Enjoy
that's my
Node
bias.
Runner.
Sure. Austin's on the Cardinal House team, so he's shilling Node Runner hard. That's his bias. Man.
Enjoy Node Runner.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys, for having me. I would look forward to coming by again.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys.
Have a good day, guys. Join
All right,
Node
guys.
Runner.
Good night.
Node Runner.
Node Runner.